See if we get anybody even watching us. We'll have to hang out for a minute.
Yep.
Oh, we're on?
We're on.
We're live. We're on. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. Well, I don't know. We may or may not be on. Somebody should probably look on YouTube and check. I think this is only the second time I've ever gone live on my channel off of StreamYard, so we may or may not be on.
All right, let's.
It should be. Let's see.
Surely you guys are subscribed to my channel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
Hey, if you're not, could you please subscribe?
Oh, we got My Truth NAMM bass fishing.
Oh, nice,
What's
cool.
up, New Mexico. Hey, man, how's it going? Mickey Sightings. Hey.
Yeah. What's up, dudes? I'm looking at them trying to set up some banners here so that everybody knows who we're talking to. Yeah, my buddy up here, DR Guitars, is a bass fishing guru. He likes to do some bass fishing every now and then, right?
Yeah, I'm actually more.
You're a trout guy. You like a stream guy,
guy,
right? Oh, you're a cold water guy.
Cold water and salt water, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I'm not saying I hate the idea of bass fishing. I'm just more of I like rivers.
Oh yeah.
I like my water moving.
What about you, Hack? You fish at all?
I can answer that one.
You're not a big fisherman?
I had a really good buddy who was big into fishing, and and he's trying to convince me to go. And it's like, listen, man, if you got booze and cigars, it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
It's like, I'm totally in if you got all that stuff, right? Guys, thanks for joining in our channel. We're all about guitars, as you can see. Guitars. And if you're not aware, this particular weekend is the big guitar convention of the year in Los Angeles, California. So, what do you guys think of what you've seen so far?
Well, you go ahead, Hack. You can start.
I was gonna say I saw more stuff today was the day that I want. Actually, speaking of cigars, when I was out having my drink and my cigars, I was going through a bunch of NAMM videos, mainly the Andertons ones.
Yeah, they were pumping them out. I noticed.
Man.
They seemed to be like they had like a TV crew.
That whole TV channel.
They got like I meant to say production crew. They have like a production crew, right?
Yeah, they do. Because
they're shooting the videos, and then those guys are going off and putting it together, and they're shooting the next one, and they're pumping one on YouTube already.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is
cheers.
They're doing it like they're first thing in the morning. Nobody's there. Oh, you got the bullet.
I brought out the little bottle.
So again, like it was cool that they were there and nobody was around, right? So
right.
Good look.
Like the Gibson one that they did, that was Thursday before. That was like Thursday before they even opened.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
they were able to get in and really go through that. The link that I posted today in our little chat, I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch that, but that guy actually interviews and talks to a couple of the Gibson guys.
Right. And
we get some actual stories and so it's kind of cool. That's how I knew about the Iomi, the monkey Iomis.
Yeah, the one you got to buy the right-handed version and the left-handed version.
Right.
Oh,
did you hear about that, Hack?
The Tony Iommi guitars? Yeah, they're only making like 100. Oh, goddamn!
It's Quentin.
Hold on. I'm taking a call from some guy from Jamaica. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Hang that phone up.
Hang that phone up.
You tell him you already bought at the office. You already gave it the office.
Was it too soon?
Hey, there's Gussie. How you doing, Gussie?
Hey, Gussie. And Mickey, thanks for subbing the channel. I just got the notification. Thank you.
Thanks, Mickey.
Thanks, Mickey.
Appreciate
One of my new subs. I appreciate you.
I think you might have put me at 300.
You hear me? I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
You know what's even more effective at losing subs other than having Quentin on my channel?
What's that?
Is doing a smoking with hack. So it's nice that I got
the two things that lose you the most subs is smoking with hack in the shack and having Q on your channel.
Thank you,
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate Mickey because now he's building it back up.
Thanks. So Mickey's cutting losses. Thank you, Mickey.
So
Mickey's a loss cutter.
Quentin, I just wanted to say,
Hey, Dwight, Gussie.
I absolutely appreciate your how to open a banana correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, who didn't already know that?
I just learned that.
You mean there's actually
a month
people that
ago.
live in North America that don't know how to properly open a banana?
Most people don't. It's funny, but when I was in the islands, this is back almost 30 years ago now. When I was down in the islands, people were making fun. Here, there you go. People were making fun of the Americans, the other Americans that I was with. Because they're opening it from the handle end and not from the right end. And I've always opened mine from the correct end.
You open yours from the chimpanzee end because the chimpanzees had this stuff figured out like 3
Yeah,
we're just now catching up.
Yeah.
See, I just learned that about 4 months ago.
Yeah. You're just right.
But I'm in Kentucky. It takes a while for that stuff to come to this side.
It does.
You know, that's what happens with all the inbreeding and stuff.
Even in the big city, Q, even in Louisville.
we got a golden rule. We got a golden rule with my buddies at work and that if you're eating a banana, when you're eating the banana, you cannot make eye contact with any other guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
I'm going to tell you about another rule, which is what we were talking about earlier, and maybe MA Truth New Mexico Bass Fishing is sort of this. There's bass fishing guides or fishing guides that will not let you bring a banana on their damn boat because bananas on a boat are unlucky.
Right.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Really?
I went out to go fishing off in the Florida Keys off of Isla Morada Island. And I had like my lunch and a banana, and the dude goes, dude, we ain't leaving the dock with that damn banana on this boat. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, bananas are bad luck on a boat. And
Remember,
I'm kidding, right? And he was like, no, I'm serious as a fucking heart attack. We're not leaving.
That is
either
total
eat it or
horse
chuck it off
crap.
the boat.
Remember
Total horse crap, by the way.
the show Deadliest Catch?
Yeah.
They won't take bananas
Those guys
out.
talk about that all the time. You don't bring a fucking banana on the boat. Dude.
Apparently bananas are bad luck. I have no idea how this came to pass, but
By the way, when you're in public and you're eating a banana, you have to pull off a little piece and eat it, and then pull off a piece that you don't eat it like you think you eat it.
you don't eat it like a chimpanzee would eat it.
Huh?
You don't eat it like a chimp would eat it or a monkey. You just don't devour it.
No, not in public. You got to pull a piece off and then eat
Oh,
it.
you gotta have like a knife and fork and slice all polite.
Well, otherwise it looks like you're,
That's
It's
why
true. It comes with a germ protective coating that you can hold on to with your hand.
that's why you don't make eye contact when you're biting into it.
That's why you don't look around in the bathroom or in the shower.
We got to get this back on the rails, guys.
Yeah, because I kind of
Chicken.
like looking down and making that eye contact.
Chicken. Chicken. I see chicken. We wanted you to come on, but we didn't know how to. You were in our little messenger thingy, and we didn't know how to call you. So she's like, oh hell no, I ain't wanting nothing to do with this.
How many guys talking about eating a banana? I'm out of here.
I don't blame you. No, so
Yeah, she just tunes in, and they're talking about the proper way to eat a banana, and I've already been.
So how about that NAMM
12:30.
2020 in Anaheim?
Yeah, the show title says we're talking NAMM, and she tunes in, we're talking bananas.
yeah. So anyway, back to the
NAMM.
Back to NAMM. So
Damn, that's right. What were we talking about now?
so
Damn, what's that?
You were in the middle of.
I was saying some. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were saying something.
So here's from what I've seen, of course, like the Gibson stuff always interests me. What really impresses the shit out of me is what all the changes they made to the Epiphones.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That freaked me right out.
Too.
Holy shit.
Like,
the Epiphone can now be a contender.
like everything they did on the Gibson end last year,
they've done on the Epiphone.
They were like,
and
okay,
then
so what can we boost next year and make it closer to what people that can't afford that really cool Gibson that they really want, but they, you know, they're young in life or whatever. They got to go to college or they got 3 kids or whatever. But they really want that guitar. How can we make this a lower end model or less expensive model closer to what they really want? And pretty much what they freaking did, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and I was gonna say that same thing. You know, one of the things that impressed me most is what Epiphone's done or what Gibson's done in the Epiphone line.
Yeah.
Especially now with the Texan that is made in the USA. It's made in Bozeman, right along with the Gibsons, and the Casino that's made in Nashville, right along with the Gibson.
Oh yeah.
So they're really doing a huge nod to that heritage of back in the days when Epiphone and Gibson were both made right side by side in Kalamazoo. And if that's not a nod to the past, I don't know what is.
Did you see the live Phil X, the China Guitar Skeptic?
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet.
I watched it and I sent a link to these guys, and Guitar Hack watched it.
I was watching it live.
I put it on my Facebook page, Dave. Go watch it. It's pure. You want to be a rock star? Go watch
Phil X is Phil. I don't care if you like him, if you don't. The guy can freaking play. He's
man. Listen, he did one solo where he put a solo out of every famous guitar song ever in the same solo, and we're just all going.
Along with like the Flintstones and something else. It's like
he was playing his new SG, which is a double humbucker SG with the neck pickup ripped the fuck out. Just to be cool. Just leave the
holes in the guitar.
So that is his signature model, and that's how they're going to be shipped. Is just like that.
So that's like the Malcolm missing a pickup.
Right.
Is there like a discount for the missing pickup? Or
no, there's a premium for the missing pickup.
Premium for that.
Extra $4,000. They put the pickup in when they make it, Hack, and then they just grab a pair of like pliers and yank it out for that authentic look.
That just makes no sense.
Tear all the wood and the wire out and sleeve it like that. That's how they ship it.
He's in the camp that he thinks that guitars sound better with a single pickup.
Well, he's a believer of the magnetic field, reducing the string motion and therefore your tone and
right.
I'll tell you who else is I saw a video of was Jared
coming from in that.
I saw the Jared video that Cote put up. That guy's a big believer in the single pickup too, P90 in the bridge, and they tore it up. Hack, did you see Cote's Six String Brian's video of
the was playing with Slash?
With Slash, and then they had Jared, what's his name? Jared Nichols, is that right?
James Nichols, JJN,
JJN.
I watched the bit of that.
He had 2 of them. He's got one that's got Nichols and one that's with Slash. And I put in there, I said, this slightly is an upgrade over the show we saw at the Gibson, because we had a pretty good show, but we didn't get Slash.
No, we didn't. No, they got all the heavy hitters there, man.
And they
got the LA heavy hitters.
And their rendition of Last Child was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They tore it up.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Aerosmith songs anyway. As soon as I realized that's what they were playing, I was like, Slash on Last Child was awesome.
But from the bit I saw with the clip I saw, it had Slash and Billy Gibbons was up there, and they were like jamming and stuff. But
I didn't see Billy. Was Billy up there too? Because I was like focused on like Slash is it or at NAMM and the Gibson party.
Basically jamming on stage, but the thing with Phil X today, I blew that away. I'm sorry.
Well, if Guitar Hack wants to take a break, anybody want to talk about the new Line 6 Pod Go?
We can talk about that. We were talking about that earlier.
I was talking about that earlier. I'm real interested in that, man. That looks like that might do it for me. I don't know.
Well, it looks. We were all talking about this earlier. It's kind of like the gap between the Stomp and the Helix Floor or LT, right? So it's a little bit smaller than. My LT is one step down from the floor. You got the floor, right, DR? You got the rack,
Yeah,
right, Quentin?
He's got the rack. Hey, he's got the rack. He's got the floorboard that goes
to work the rack. Right, but this looks more like a pedal board size.
Yeah, I think because it is a pedal board size and it's got a lot of buttons on it, I think as far as gigging, that would probably be a lot better than like a Helix Stomp, which is like, it's just two
and
pedals.
You still got to get an expression pedal.
Yeah, it's got an expression pedal, so I can have a wah as well. And then what's cool too, like there's I could have like one tone, and then there's like what do they call that? The
snapshots.
And then I can hit it a second time. There's my lead tone, and hit it again, and there's my rhythm tone. I mean, it for me that looks like it's a perfect fit. And you can download IRs onto it too.
Yep, you can. Yeah, so it does have a lot of the Helix functionality.
Yeah, see, that's the thing you're going to want.
Some of the Helix functionality with the snapshots, with the ability for IRs. The only thing that I would want to do is kind of like what I told you guys earlier is actually sit down on the spec sheet and compare it directly between the Stomp, like or the LT, and
see what you're really getting for your money in comparison, or not getting for your money.
It's still half the price of the LT. It's like $449, right?
That's about it's in the same price range as the Stomp then.
Yeah,
$449. That's what it. You know that for sure.
$449 American. Yeah.
Oh, that ain't bad at all, dude. That's like two pedals.
Yeah.
$449.
Oh,
$449 me is like over $600.
Yeah,
that's hard to not buy it.
But even still, I mean that's still two pedals for you.
Well, yeah,
it's just two pedals in Canadian money.
Exactly.
We're just gonna go up to like North Dakota and start throwing the shit over the wall to you.
No, I told him just canoe out into the middle of Lake Erie and I'll meet him. Canoe back to the shore and smuggle it in. Nobody will know.
Better hope a storm doesn't come up. You're
screwed. See, that could be a problem on Lake Erie because it's not that deep. The storm comes up, the waves get big fast, and then you drown.
Hey, Bumble Best.
Hey, Bumble Best. Say Weedy Guitar Studio.
Hey, what's up, Bubble?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Dwight.
Yeah, we had Dwight in here earlier. Oh, hey, Dwight. And we had Dwight in here.
This is totally last minute off the cuff, like literally at like 12:18 we were like, hey, let's go live at 12:30.
Terry Himes was in here a few minutes ago. I don't know if he's still
hi Terry, what's up?
All right, so you guys
hey Terry,
thinking about doing Hack is like, oh dear Lord, here we go.
What?
You know what Hack's thinking about doing? Selling everything he owns, is getting one of those new 1960th anniversary ROV1s. He's going to sell his children. He's keeping the guitars. He's going to sell the children.
I got a good offer on my telly today. I think the telly might go next week.
Nice.
How much for your children? I want to buy your children.
Well, I think if I try to sell that Michael Kelly telly and the Explorer, I don't think I'm going to get that much money. I don't think
get enough to get a new Epiphone.
I don't
tobacco burst Epiphone.
I don't know if I could get 300 out of that Explorer or not, because I think
you should be able to. That's what year is that, Quentin? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I don't know. But it's in flawless shape, man.
Is it look on it if it's a Korean made one, it's a premium.
Well, I don't want to get up right now because I'm not wearing pants.
Well, I mean, not right now, but if you
me either, I'm not wearing
it. Look at it.
Hack,
he's looking out for
I'm thinking about doing. I'm jonesing for something with a Floyd on it, something decent like a. I don't know, maybe a Schecter, even a new guitar. I could spend $800 even on a used something, but it's got to have a good Floyd on it.
Dude, Charvel's, man, Charvel or one of the Jacksons.
But I want a Super Strat. I want an HS.
Oh, Dinky.
There you go, Charvel or
Quentin,
Dinky or
Quentin. How about one of those
or one
of the EVH standard models with the Floyd? It's not floated. You got to have it. You want a floated one?
Oh my God, dude!
You got to be. You want a whammy? You got to whammy backwards.
You got to go both ways.
You got to be able to swing for the other team.
You got to go both ways.
You got to be able to hit left-handed. You got to be a switch hitter. You got to be able to stand in either box.
But what if I sold my Helix?
No.
Don't do
Why
that.
would you do that?
Calm down. Stop yelling at me. What if I sold the Helix and I got
We would laugh at you.
the Pod Go and something nice with a Floyd, and I'd have money left over too. Probably.
Wait a minute. Now wait a minute. You said so you're going to get the new Pod Go. So you're going to, but what you first should do is get a legal pad and write down all the cool, because you already got your tone dialed in on the Helix.
Yeah.
Use all that.
See, you could get one of these used for like $600.
Yeah, but that's not new, so that's no fun.
Is that a neck through?
Yeah.
Okay, can I make fun of one of the shredded guitars? Dave likes it, but that's okay, because if we all like the same thing, it would all be boring as shit, right?
Dave had a white Jackson or Charvel.
No, we saw this today. Hang on, let me see if I can get the picture set up here. For crying out loud. It's always something with this going live stuff.
Oh, cool. Weedy Guitar Studio won the custom scarred guitar. Cool, man.
Really?
Oh, you did? Whoa, what'd you get?
So using a ES right now, he's using an ESP Les Paul with some hot pickups and a Zoom 505.
I got that Zoom G5N I need to pawn off.
You know what else would be good with the
what's the other guitar you would sell besides the
Michael Kelly Telly dual humbuckers?
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, a couple $100 bucks.
See, I worked at Sam Ash and we bought them when I was working there.
Yeah.
We couldn't give them fucking things away, man. I'm sorry, we just couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we had the
You guys seeing that?
Do you remember that one, Quentin? Do you remember when they actually did those? Those were production model?
Yeah.
Back in the 80s? Yeah.
Yeah. I sold them.
Okay,
They're
they invented the Strat. So if they want to do a super Strat, how can you argue with that?
So my question
seriously,
on those,
something wrong with a super Strat with a regular old Fender headstock on it. It needs, if you can't put your eye out it with it.
Hey, hold up. What about the Charvels? They have a regular old Fender headstock on them.
The new ones do, because Fender owns them and they're boring as shit. That's why everybody wants an old Charvel, because you can put somebody's eye out with it.
I like the Charvel headstocks, the Fender styles that says Charvel. I like the way those look.
Yeah.
I
don't hate that.
I don't think that's appropriate for my channel. So you're out of here, bro.
But like the Fender Strat right there, what worries me is what kind of Floyd and what are the posts like in the guitar? Because you.
So my question on those HM Strats is, where are they made? Are they made in Mexico or are they U.S. made?
What the fuck was that? Sorry.
They are not U.S. made.
They're made in Mexico?
Probably.
These
Mexico made.
Those HMs.
I understand it. There's a lot of Strat competition on this planet of Earth.
Yeah, there is.
Even Gibson has made Strat copies. Everybody makes a Strat copy. Everybody.
It's like Leo
would be out of business if they could not make a guitar that looks like a Strat, right?
But that's limited, eh? That's limited. Those guitars aren't going to be around for a long time. They're limited numbers.
There's a heavy metal Telecaster version too, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, well, they can limit that back to the store.
Did you see the new? Speaking of Tellys, did you guys see the new Nuno guitar?
No,
it's ugly as sin, man.
Okay, you talk. I'll find it. Was it a NAMM guitar?
It's a Telecaster shape, right? It's all like the Washburn. It's all wood. There's no paint on it.
Right.
It's just got like I can't remember if it's a humbucker and a single in it.
Oh, dude, it's horrible.
It's ugly as hell, man.
Who's making it?
Washburn. It's Washburn, right?
Is it Washburn?
Hang on, I'm getting you a picture. Just a second. Give me
like those Les Paul Washburns he was playing. I didn't like those.
Okay, this thing is
Told him
disgusting.
That's kind of interesting.
This thing has no reason to live. Let me see if I can.
That's Steven's extended cutaway. He's pretty freaky though, man. That's a cool neck joint.
I'm not as nearly prepared as I normally am for like if this was a live wire show. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, so give me a second. All right,
Dave, I can't find anything on the diesel lamps from NAMM. I heard they got a small diesel head and then some new diesel with effects in it. Oh my God.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's an abomination.
I know. It's like the guy was drunk when he was cutting out the wood.
It looks like, first off, it looks like a naked human being with hair.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's nice. That's a nice fretboard on it. That's about what I can say about it. It's a nice top on it.
Yeah, but it just has
matched, but
it just has dots and a jacked up upside down headstock. And
I don't hate reverse headstock. I actually like reverse headstock.
I like
it. And it has one knob. And why would you put the switch there?
Yeah.
Well,
too far away from in a single. Take it off the screen. You're gonna make me barf.
When I saw that, I thought it was.
That's how you really feel cute.
I thought it was a joke, but no, man, that's it. That's for real. That's his signature. That's the best they could come up with.
It literally looks like they just took the worst piece of freaking wood they could find.
Yeah.
Carved it into a telly, slapped some gold hair on hardware on it, and just a regular old dot board, and it said, "Hey, let's just trick it up by putting the switch down here for some."
Look at the
let's put the switch down here where you can't get to it.
The 7th and 9th fret, the low E string, looks like it's all jacked off. What?
Did you say jacked off?
Jacked up. I meant jacked up.
Okay, good. Because I don't think
get away from the finish of the body. It looks like my ball sack after I shave it. It just looks like.
I'm positive you can't say
thanks
that.
for the visual, buddy.
Now we understand why Hack loses so many people when I come up.
Yeah. See, I'm just saying, Quentin, you're way braver than I am because razor and razor and sack cannot be used in the same sentence. There's what's wrong with you? That's not part of the lexicon. You can't say razor and sack in the same sentence.
That's just ugly.
Okay. Can we stop looking at that now? You guys okay with no longer looking at that?
Yeah, we're good.
Please.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I was getting worried that you guys might want to look at it longer. I kind of like looking at this. The one that so far, I'm just going to throw this out there. This is the most gorgeous thing that I've seen so far, except for maybe the 3 versions of the ROs. But I mean, that's a given. But look at this.
Yeah.
Purple mist or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's the Burgundy Mist SG.
Hey, Spencer Cron, how are you?
I'm a big fan of the Burgundy Mist.
It needs another humbucker in the middle. It needs to be white with go hardware.
They have every color under the rainbow this year. Gibson went into the car painting business and brought out the old Mopar paint codes.
That Burgundy Mist is nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Technically, isn't Burgundy Mist? That's a fender color, isn't it?
Well, it's literally they said on Anderton's it was called Burgundy Mist.
But I think, what isn't that an original?
Burgundy Mist is a Charvel color.
Charvel.
I guess it would be a fender color now. You guys remember that like 80s Burgundy Mist Charvel I had? That's what color it was, Burgundy Mist, right?
That's a good looking SG, man.
And all those SGs were sweet looking. All those custom shops.
The Slash models, which are not limited release, they're going to be putting them out. Those
are full production models.
Yeah, the the Tobacco Burst one, which I think they call it the Appetite guitar or something.
No, the Tobacco Burst.
No, they call it November.
Burst.
Oh, that's November guitar.
Yep.
I really
that's
dig
like
that.
the one he plays in November Rain. The Tobacco Burst in November Rain.
And they were saying today the pickups are all Nico 2s, which is also good. But the only problem I have with that, I love the top on it. I think the top is basically a Tobacco Burst. It's got a really nice top, but I don't like the black bobbins on the pickups. They should either make them like zebras or put covers on them. And that guitar would look 100 times better. I know that's not Slash's look, but I think it makes for a better looking guitar.
I'm looking for a photo, guys, while you're talking. Keep talking. So maybe anybody that's watching in the chat doesn't know what we're talking about.
Soldano came out with their new SLO 100 and then like a mini version.
Yeah, did you see Tone King had the video on the sound check on that one, and it sounded great, but I wasn't real impressed.
I saw the guy from Premier Guitar, and the guy playing the amps. I'm sorry, man. When you got these guitar players I'm 55. This guy had to be in his 60s, and he's playing a goddamn telly, and the guy's like one of these guys like, I'm going to play some free, and it's like, dude, don't let this guy demo your amp, Mike. Come on. It was bad. He started playing Funk 49. It's like, really? This is the SLO 100, dude. I mean, it's not a metal amp, but shit. Play some,
Play something different, dude.
It's like these people who demo like the high gain stuff. That they'll use a 9-string tuned down to drop K, and it's just like flubba 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 flubba. It's like, oh, it sounds really good, dude. You got 7 other strings on that guitar.
Hey Spencer, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the show. The Edwards is incredible quality. It needs it set up and new strings really bad. That's going to happen tomorrow. There are going to be videos, of course, but
see, I like those, man. Even the uncovered, the double blacks, especially the one with the cream surrounds.
I like the one next to the green. That's about it.
Yeah, I like the AFD burst, the third one over from the left.
Yeah, I can't see
the AFD burst is the guns and is the Appetite for Destruction guitar. It wasn't even really a friggin' Gibson that they keep making copies of. Gibson keeps making copies of a non-Gibson, and then wanting to tell me it's authentic.
And I hate to say this. I mean, is it a standard Les Paul shape? Because it's a fucking Les Paul. That's all it is. It's just different colors, right? I mean. The bridge and
I'm not mad because I don't own one.
Knobs, got the 3-way switch.
I don't know what kind of necks are on them. I can't remember what they said about the necks.
50s, big giant.
Yes, Spencer. The Edwards is a Japanese.
Edwards is Japanese. ESP made. So they make ESP in Japan, and then right below that is the Navigator, which is made by ESP, and then right below that is the Edwards. Right, but they're all made in Japan for the Japan only market, so they don't export them. That's how they can get away with not getting sued, because they're basically just clones of Gibson guitars.
So Weedy's saying that Nuno can rip one up, though. Yeah, Nuno.
Jesus, he did. He ripped one up tonight. If Robert Baker was sitting there going,
yeah, he's like one of my favorite guitar players, man.
Wait,
Robert Baker's going,
Nuno was playing live.
Was Nuno at NAMM? He wasn't.
No.
Was he playing?
Oh, you're talking Phil X.
We're talking Phil X.
No, I'm talking Nuno.
I wish Nuno was there.
He was there. I saw something about him, but I didn't see any videos of him playing though.
So guys,
he was there to unveil that abomination of a new guitar.
Which one are you talking about?
No, Nuno.
Nuno was there to like whip out the Naked Man telly.
This thing,
yeah. The naked. We're just going to call it the running Naked Man.
Oh,
the strip. Call it the what are we going to call it? The streak / collection, guys. So here's the thing, and this isn't my take. This is Trogley's take, and I get it. So let's say you bought the Anaconda Burst, or you bought when these were custom shop limited edition. What does limited edition mean to you? We're gonna make this many of them, and you will be one of the few people in the world that owns it because it is limited. And now guess what they did? They made one, and they're going to keep making them, and your limited edition is now no longer limited, but you paid like $4,000 more because it's limited.
That's like I saw Alex Radford has the Katana Artist Series. He got not too long ago.
There's a new Katana
with the Mark II.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's like I used to collect watches, and they would come out like Omega limited edition. This will never be seen again. And then a year and a half later, like, damn, we sold all of those so fast. People really wanted them. Let's make another 10,000. It's like, that would drive people insane because you think you're getting something.
4 guitars right there. There's Les Pauls with different finishes, and they took the pickup covers off a couple of them. That's all it is. It's probably a Les Paul standard. I mean,
no, it's exactly what it is. Trogley already spec'd it out. It's a 2019 1950s standard with slash pickups in them. And according to him, the demos he's seen, he didn't think they sounded that great.
Of course, now I saw the Andertons video where they were playing these slash core models, and they sounded.
Yeah, but that's
through the AFD 100
production crew and Danish Pete.
No, well, even Lee was playing, but they were playing it through the AFD 100 amp,
and they're selling them. So I always take everything on channels that sell guitars for a living with some salt.
But they sounded good. So
yeah, but they play Squires on there, and they sound amazing. So you can't tell. Right? When have you watched the Andertons video and they're like, oh, this guitar sounds like shit?
Brian, you're like me. I bet you're just a dick at a used car lot, aren't you?
Hey, you know what? They will pay me to go away with the car before I'm done with them. I will send the dude back to the manager so many times. The manager will just come out and say, okay, fuck this. Let's just sell the guy the car, get rid of him. I'm just skeptical. When you say you're going to sell something that's limited edition, and then 2 years or 3 years later you come out with, oh, we're going to sell these till the end of time now, then you just really screwed over.
No, not really. I mean, because one's a custom shop and the other's a production model. So, you know, your serial numbers are going to reflect. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's how the watch companies get away with it too.
Brian ain't falling. I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
No, I ain't falling for no peeling a banana the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know how to peel your banana. What's wrong with you? This is pretty cool though. Some of these paint jobs that they had that I saw, I was like, wow.
Did you see when the Anderton guys walked through the fender and everything was roped off?
No.
Well, what else did you expect? Did you see? I mean, this is not my color, but dang,
cool color, man.
Cool. Yeah, it's got a little sparkly going on there.
They had every color known to man on those custom shops.
That's gonna turn green in a few years, right?
Yeah.
You think? It's already green.
But it's going to turn more green. That's my point.
It's like that iridescent paint that, depending on which direction you turn it in the light, it changes different shades of green already.
I don't know if you guys can see this how this is already aged, but it's not white anymore.
Well, they don't stay white.
Yeah, my white.
I've had this for a year.
Mine started to do the little pink thing because the case was red.
Right.
Yeah, that gets the pink. That's the thing. They stain. I don't off the cases. I've seen a bunch of them with pink polka dots.
Was Lawrence Petros displaying it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything yet.
He's displaying with the what's the pedal board guy that Tone King's
rock board.
not
Oh,
the stackable thing. Yeah.
Thing.
the pedal pods.
Yeah,
Pedal pods.
I thought that was really fucking stupid.
Well,
$199 for a fucking power supply, basically. I don't know.
Yeah, we saw that. I don't know if Brian you remember that, but first time I saw was that Summer Now, and I'm looking at this thing like, what a big ass clunky way to.
Thank you.
I'm like, really? I mean, geez. I look at my board. I got like 12 pedals on there, like a lot of the minis and full. If I had a board with 12 pods, that thing would be the size of a Buick, man. Like,
it's ridiculous.
72 New Yorker.
Guitar Hack, I'm subbing back to your channel. Hold on.
It's like, talk about now. I'm definitely going to need roadies. I'm going to need 2 of them just to carry this friggin' board around, you know?
I thought you already had 2 roadies.
No,
you don't have
now, realistically, there's enough power off of one of those pods that you can daisy chain a few, but they don't give you that ability to daisy chain off. So you can do like 2 pedals. You've got 2 inputs on those, so you can do 2 pedals off of 1 pod, but you still have to have the power pod.
Yeah, but I can get a 1 spot for $19.99.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I got a brick that's powering 12 pedals.
Yeah. No, dude, those CS12s you can power 20 easy. You know, because your drive pedals only take usually about 5 to even your 87 only takes about 12 milliamps to run the 87.
Yeah, you can.
All your other drive pedals are like 5 to 8 milliamps.
And you don't have 12 pedals on at one time anyway.
I think Quentin will back me up on this. I mean, if you can't daisy chain, it ain't got no reason to live.
Well, but see, that's the beauty of drive pedals, and to have something like a 1 spot.
Yeah.
You know, where you can take those daisy chains and you can run 15 pedals off of 1 input, off of 1 9-volt 100 milliamp input, because the power's there.
The only thing is
all at the same time.
The 1 spot for like 500 milliamp or 1,000 milliamps or something.
The one thing, the difference though is like if you've got a brick, like I got a brick, right?
Yep, just like I do.
Yeah, you can run individual.
Right. But I'm saying even off of one of those rails, you still got 100 milliamp. You still got 100 milliamps.
Dave,
and just what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is when you've got the brick, the other thing is too, you got isolation.
Right.
So it won't be as noisy. Like what you're doing, it will work great, but if you're picking up any kind of noise, that's going to go through the whole chain.
Right.
But again, having that stupid pod, and then what kills me is like, well, they put I forget what it was. There was like a cable in there for, you can bypass if this pedal is bad, you can bypass, and it's got all these features. It's like, yeah, I can bypass on my pedal board. I just freaking yank it off the board. Bullshit.
Just plug it. So
$200 doing that.
And with your pedal board hack, you put it in a case and you carry it.
Yeah.
And you take it, you plug it in. Everything works. If it doesn't work, you just don't use it that night.
Exactly. Unplug that crap.
Or yank out the pedal that's not working, and there you go.
And for $200, I just go buy a new damn pedal, and I don't know.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't know who would buy that. Why that would ever take off.
He was in Lewis's basement, and I didn't want to start ripping on him, make him.
He was in Lewis's basement.
Make him start crying and shit.
That was the same way. I was like, because I think I was I talking to you on Facebook on that one, Q?
Maybe
I was talking to Hack. I don't know. One of you guys I was talking to on Facebook, and I was during that stream, and I was like, yeah, this is
bad idea.
If this was like 20 years ago, maybe that there would have been, this would have taken off 20 years ago. But in today's society now with the batteries, you can take battery packs and power your pedal board off battery packs. No, it just doesn't make sense.
Or you could just plug your Helix into the wall and be
I
done.
was gonna say, Helix.
Plug your Helix in and call it a day. Plug it in the
Helix
PA, you're done.
also, so there you go.
What's that, Q?
So my Helix has a tuner also, so there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
It's a decent tuner too.
Would you guys be offended if there was a guitar that I was already tired of looking at that only came out yesterday?
Probably.
If it has, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just take that away. I don't even want to see it. Just take it down.
This is known as the EVH Frankenstein Relic, or also known as Over It.
Oh dear Lord, Johnny Bean's going to do a 4-hour show on this. I love you.
No, wait a minute, Quentin, you want in? Because Quentin.
I'm so over Van Halen. Jesus, he ain't done nothing in 30 years.
Quentin, we have this thing called the EVH Relic Pool. It's sort of like the dead pool, but we have like a pool going. So you pick the number of times that in the next Johnny Bean live chat, EVH Frankenstein Relic be mentioned.
Oh,
so anything, like, as long as you don't go over infinity, closest without going over infinity wins.
I mean, I like Eddie as much as the next guy, but I'm just not a fucking psycho.
Here's what I've heard that cracks me up. This pickup doesn't work.
Yeah, but it can.
Which means that this switch selector that is horribly, awesomely welded in there, like some amateur who did it, doesn't work either. Because this is the only pickup that works, which is off-the-shelf Wolfgang.
I mean, I love Nuno. He's my favorite guitar player, but I don't have 37 Nuno guitars.
And you're not going to buy that, and you're not buying that naked Nuno? The naked Nuno?
No.
No, you don't have to show that again. No. At least that other one's gone. I can look at that one. That one at least has some redeeming qualities.
I mean, if I'm going to look at guitars for like next 10 minutes, I'm not looking at this one. I'm going to look at the one with the stripes and the fake pickup.
Yeah.
No,
Weedy Guitar Studios is going to bed. Good night, man. Thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you. I don't blame you. I would have went to bed 15 minutes ago. So yeah, that has no reason to live for sure. So there's one other guitar that I'm also already tired of looking at. Let's see if I can find that.
I haven't seen nothing new from the big Kemper Fractal. Anybody else? The new neural something. Those guys came out with their processor thing, the neural guitar.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't even work, man. It's like, oh, we still got like a year left to get it going. But
there's a video on that.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, why would you bring that out at 2020 NAMM when it's really going to be ready for 2021
or 2022 at this rate?
Or at this
doesn't work.
Or at this point, the Line 6 pod already kicked your ass, so just forget all about it.
Just scrap it.
Scrap
on
it.
to the next one.
Just run over it like those Gibson guitars that nobody wanted with the freaking bulldozer.
The Firebird Zeros.
Yeah, just run over it.
It's like it's not going to be ready for NAMM, but we already paid for the booth.
We already paid for the booth, so we're just going to show up and tell you about this shit we're not going to have for 2020.
So just throw the guts of the new pod, go in there inside, and we'll make something up. I thought Peavy came out with a new amp. I didn't see anything new from him.
Dave.
Hack's getting hammered. Say
new.
Let's say no on the front. No.
Don't do it.
No, don't drink that.
Don't do it. EXO.
Makers.
This is actually made where Q lives, and so is that.
So is this.
so is that.
You know, I don't have anything. I got a Coke.
This says right here, Louisville, Kentucky.
I got some diet water.
We make good whiskey and meth. That's about it.
Well, I can vouch for the whiskey part. I don't know about so much about the meth part.
You guys got good basketball recruit hookers in Louisville.
You know, this show should be called My Drinking Buddies Have a Guitar Problem.
My guitar buddies have a drinking problem.
No,
Dude,
my
did you
drinking buddies have a guitar problem.
I don't know if Dave or Hack saw that whole University of Louisville hooker scandal.
They probably don't. They don't follow college basketball.
Dude,
And I laughed really hard.
You have to go look at the quality of the hooker that our basketball.
Yeah, the hookers were like, you're gonna have to pay me.
What I want to know is any one of them have their own teeth. That's what I want to know.
No, that was why they were gonna have to pay me.
Dude. No, those were the expensive hookers. The ones with
the ones with teeth were extra $20.
Dude, these were bad.
But then again, teeth do get in the way sometimes.
Oh my God.
Teeth are overrated.
There's no reason to live.
Teeth have no
reason to live. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord.
God, you know this right here.
Hey, there's Laz. Hey, Laz.
Oh, hey, Laz. Go away, Laz, before you get infected with the. What's going on here? Quit. You really don't want to do it.
I got something to show Laz.
Don't do it, Laz.
Your ass? What?
Don't do it.
I like Laz's bird was crawling all the way, biting in his ears. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Laz's bird is like vicious. It's like it's like a cheetah bird. It's like fast, and it'll chase you down and bite you.
Laz holds him in his hand and like pets on him. The fucking Sylvester wouldn't let me touch him. He'd get my finger and chew in my face, but if I went to pet him, he's like, "Get the fuck away from me! I'll kill you."
I just wanted to thank Laz for sending me this. I won a contest, and I got a pack of strings and a patch cord.
Oh, that's right.
Here, Laz. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate this.
My buddy Laszlo is a very generous human being.
Wow, it's a braided cord. First braided cord I've ever owned.
I like braided cord.
Dude, be careful. Be careful on that drive tomorrow, Laz, in the morning.
Where you got to go, man? You're
going driving to Anaheim from San Fran.
That's a long drive.
That's a long freaking drive, dude.
Yeah. All right. Be careful. Have fun, though.
Yeah, but it's all downhill, right?
Post some pics.
See, it's not the hill you got to worry about. It's the crevice that's going to crack, and then the whole
break off. Everything's
going to fall off and sink down in the Pacific Ocean that you got to worry about.
Oh, you can put a card in here for me.
Watch out, man. Those little fucking musical note things are going to fall out all over. They're still on my floor. Oh, make that.
Oh, no. Come on with that, man.
I hate that. I'm sorry.
the new Steve Ryan.
This is over it.
What are they, $3,200 now? 3,800 or something? Over at 2.0.
Yeah, we're at 2.0.
So Frankenstein and the Vibe Pie out. I'm out. Can we just, it's going to be a really long year because we're going to look at these two damn guitars
all year long, man.
Till at least summer NAMM anyway.
All year long.
Yep.
Thing is it's kind of like what I told you earlier. You do know what NAMM stands for? Not available, maybe May.
Yeah.
So we're not even going to really see these things very much until like April, May, June.
What I like about the Kiesel's at the NAMM show. NAMM stands for the National Association of Music Merchants, and Kiesel doesn't sell to music merchants.
Right.
Like,
did you see McKnight's Kiesel booth? Did you see the one with the plexiglass swirl inlay thing happening? I was like, what?
No, I didn't see that. I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it was pretty spectacular.
Not only did he send me that, but if he's still in here, he wrote me a really nice note. Thanks, Laz. Appreciate that, buddy.
Laz is a pretty good dude.
Yeah, he sent me a couple of things too. Nice little note. Did you get those little musical note things falling all over the place, Hack?
That's what I'm picking up.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm picking up.
They're everywhere, man. Glitter, man. It's like glitter everywhere. I'm like, what the hell, dude? They're everywhere.
Like, what the hell's this, man?
Get to the bottom of my feet. I'm like, what? Ah.
Little musical notes.
So Dave was just talking about how NAMM stands. You're not going to get it until May.
Yeah.
This was at the summer NAMM.
I remember that. You love that thing.
And you still can't get it.
Oh, is that right?
You still can't get it. It's
I don't like that big wooden thing in the back. What's the deal with that? I don't like that.
That's the Brian May SG Junior Custom Shop, and it's got the ebony block, which they only had like I think 1 year down here with the single dog-eared P90.
That was what, 63? 62?
63, I think it's a 63. I think it's a 63. And when Hack and I and Brian Cote did our live stream from Summer NAMM, we sat right in front of this guitar.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Look at this. It looks way better in person. And washed finish on that mahogany body is like
you see the P90 there, Q?
Yeah.
Right in front of it, that pick guard right in front of it there, there's another pickup underneath there.
It's got a piezo in it.
Yeah. So it can't, so you get no hum on that. So it's hum canceling.
Yeah, it's got a hum canceling circuit inside of it, so you get the P90 without the
hum.
So I could put an invader in the neck? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put that shit on there.
If you bought one of those QA guitar swap, whatever kind of pickup you want,
Dave, I got a picture of the guy who he was doing a setup on my Strat when he put the invader in and he put a meter on it.
Yeah.
It was like 16.4.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
The JBs aren't far off of that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But man, it sounds.
I know you love the invader.
And dude, I'm telling you, when I used my glassy Strat channel, it plays really well with that freaking middle single coil that I got from. Who gave me that? I don't know.
Jason Wade.
Yeah. Out of his Player Series Strat, and those pickups, man, I'm digging all over those pickups. And it's like they're not the Fat 50s or the custom shop, blah blah blah. But I love them.
Sorry about the really small picture, but Hack, you remember the gray EVH we saw last year?
That's not them, man.
But this is the Wolfgang in the same gray, but now it has a roasted maple neck and a roasted maple fretboard on them. Did you see those? Let me get a better. Let me find a better.
I prefer that if it was in the Super Strat shape that we saw.
Dude,
you're talking about the Stripe series.
The 5150.
Oh, the 5150. Yeah, right. The 5150.
I don't know how I feel about the roasted, man. I don't know.
The roasted is I like it. I like the feel of it, and I think it looks cool.
Well, the reality is
we don't know yet.
Roasted maple is created equal.
Well, we don't know what roasted is going to do in 20 years.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We don't know what roasted is supposed to make it so that it's already settled in, right? It's never going to change.
What it does. So what it's technically called torrification. And what it's supposed to do when it's done correctly, it takes a long time to do it correctly. So you figure you've got an 1.5 inch block of wood, and it takes months baking it to torrify it completely all the way through. I can guarantee you they're not doing that with this stuff.
Yeah.
Just caramelizing it is what
it's probably in that first 1/8 of an inch worth of wood in there that they're actually getting it baked. They're probably doing it at slightly higher temperatures, but the true torrification process.
Sorry, I can't find a better picture. That's the best one.
Should go all the way through the wood, and what it does is it caramelizes the sugars inside the wood. So what it in essence does is it makes that piece of wood extremely, extremely stable.
So they say. I mean, I went over to a friend's house and played his 1965 Strat, and that fucking board was fine.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned it's a little gimmicky, and like you said, caramelized.
It is.
I think some of these people are doing the caramelized, and we don't know what the next. We don't even know what a fully torrified neck's going to do in 10 or
Well, the thing is theoretically, if it's done correctly, if a true torrefied neck, if it's torrefied all the way through, it should be rock solid, stable. Because you're talking about, like, if you air dry lumber for a really long time, what you're looking for is about 8% water content.
Right.
Is pretty ideal. Between 8 and anywhere between 5 and 10%. So we'll just say 8% is basically ideal. What the torrefication process is supposed to do is take it down to like 2. So there's like no water content in it whatsoever. Now, environmental factors will still play, but because of those sugars that are in the wood are caramelized, and they're crystallized, that means that the wood will not shrink anymore. It shouldn't expand very much anymore. And it should be, if it's going to warp and twist, that should already be done. That shouldn't happen once it's torrefied.
But there's no way to know it for sure for like what, a decade?
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I mean,
I'm just saying, like,
the theoretical. No, give me 10, 15 years and.
Yeah, theoretically, there's life throughout the universe, but we can't prove it yet.
Well, let's be honest. In 20 years, we'll all be dead.
Exactly.
Oh, 20. Oh, you're optimistic as all kind of get out.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the chat up.
You know, I used to work with the guy.
I paid it for 20. I'm thinking 10.
I used to work with the guy, and he had this saying that no matter how shit things got, or how, you know, he got worried about stuff and life and whatever, and he would just come out with this saying, and he says, "You know what? In 100 years, we'll all be dead." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, true. It won't matter then, will it?
I'm hoping
this little piddly shit right now. It ain't gonna matter.
To get maybe probably 5, 4, 3, 2. That was funny. No.
I was going to say, you were talking about pickups before, so and you mentioned Q&A Guitars. He's at NAMM. I got him on Facebook.
Yep.
He's at NAMM.
Yeah, so I'm thinking he's got a set of aged gold-covered PANFs.
PNAFs, yeah.
That I think are probably going to end up in my Edwards.
Oh, yeah. He's I'm hoping, going to send me mine at some point.
Actually, what I was thinking about doing was asking him if I could just send him the covers off of these Edwards ESP.
They probably won't fit.
I was going to say, can I send you my covers and have you stuff your pickups in them? And I'll just
probably won't fit. The holes are going to be different.
Yeah. So my guitar is 13 years old, and really that gold is not that aged. It really doesn't look like anybody's ever played it. The frets are really tiny. So I'm sure that's a Gibson spec from some era that this guitar is based on. It's got really
they're narrow and low.
They're not extremely narrow, but they're low. They're really low, but they're not worn low. They're just low.
Are they low and wide?
Yeah, they're kind of low and wide.
So that's a 70 spec.
Let me show you.
How does it feel playing it? I don't like really low frets, man.
Well, first off, the strings are freaking horrible, dude. They're rusty, so I can't. But and the action's not good because they're buzzing. I got buzz on the E.
Yeah, that'd be like the 70s low wides.
Right, but they're not worn at all. I mean, I still got lots of fret life left, but they're just not big giant. They're not tall.
Right.
They're just not tall.
People call those fretless wonder frets, but they're not fretless wonder frets.
But this guitar's 13 years old. Look at that fretboard, dude. Ebony, real ebony. Look at the headstock. No doinkage.
So you still got to do a setup on that then.
Yeah, I got to do a setup big time.
All I heard was doinkage.
Doinkage.
No doinkage. Double binding. 5-ply double binding.
That's technical jargon, Quentin. Stay with the tour.
And Dave, those are sort of what you would call witch hat knobs. Not exactly right, but close.
Yeah, they're close.
Almost
The witch hats. It tilt it back up again. Let me look at them. Yeah, they're close. They're very close to what. Yeah.
Stick out too much.
I think I had black speed knobs in my custom.
This thing is, I mean, it works perfect, but it's really floppy.
Yeah, it looks, yeah.
And it's got a gold.
So it's got the brass
metal,
or the, yeah.
It's got a metal freaking tip. So I'll say, if I switch it out, I'll save the gold nut and the gold tip and just put it back on the new switch, right?
You'd want to get a gold switch.
My rhythm treble thing wound up kind of getting that convex kind of thing, so I wound up taking it off. But I like the way it looked better, and I took pick guard off.
And the neck pickup is not. It's like kind of funky. I need to raise it up. It's like sunk down into the pickup ring, really low.
Play it with an amp and find the sweet spot for the pickup.
Yeah, I'll have to raise it, but I don't. I already know I have to raise it. I might have to raise it up a little bit. Yeah, it's really.
No, you may not, Brian. Like I don't. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see how low my?
Well, yeah, I see that. I got a taller ring because this is based on like a custom, right? But it's like the front edge of the pickup, like the bridge side of the pickup is like down literally underneath the ring. I don't know. You guys can't really see that very good.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to level it up or something. It's just cranked right down.
Because when I was adjusting my pickups, that's the sweet spot for the bridge and the neck.
I usually don't play that much on the neck pickup anyway, and the bridge pickup sounds really bright to me. I'm gonna have to. I want to put a meter on it and find out what it really is, because these are most of the Edwards come with Seymour Duncan pickups, but the ones that are based on a custom have their own ESP wound pickups.
So Rob F says he bought his PRS with doinkage and have continuously redoinked the same
chip, bigger and bigger.
hey, listen, PRS doinkage is like about $1,000 off retail for every doink. So sometimes doinkage is good.
Yeah, unless you pay an extra $2,000 to have them doinkage it for you.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I'm so looking forward to getting Glenn's pickups because I'm going to throw them in. Speaking of PRS, I'm going to throw them in my PRS. That's going to turn out a beast.
Free doinkage.
Yeah.
Those knobs look like the same knobs you have on the Les Paul.
They do, don't they?
Look like amp knobs.
Yeah, look like amp knobs. Look, yeah, the Fender amp knobs.
Free doinkage. This one's been doinked all the shit. See the checks?
Did the guy who dropped it 35 times, did he sign the card in the case?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You know who that was? Grover Jackson.
Sure. It's some Mexican kid they paid $9 an hour to doink all over it.
Sorry, I dropped it off my bed.
Grover Jackson signed my guitar and laughed at yours.
Oh, dear Lord.
So pretentious.
So what else about NAMM? Anything stand out? I didn't really freak out over. Now I did. Fender came out with the lead tube, but they put like a regular Strat neck on it or something. I like those little guitars. I thought they were cool.
Yeah.
Fender lead 3, I guess, with the humbuckers.
Well, there was a lead with single coils and a lead with humbuckers.
Yeah, the lead 2 and lead 3.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the?
Oh, hey, there's Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Cheddar's at NAMM. What's up, dude? Cheddar, go to bed. Well, I guess it's earlier there.
He's probably
Cheddar, it's late. You gotta get up in the morning.
And everybody.
Oh, it's earlier there. They're behind, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 3 hours.
3 hours.
The Henning Hosa meme that I made up for him. He was talking to one of the guys from Hosa sitting on the couch, and Henning's got this big wireless mic sticking between his legs. I thought it was funny. Never mind. Forget it.
Did you see John, what's his name? His last name. Guy talking with Johnny Bean. Mancuda.
Yeah.
And everybody at the big Italian dinner they went to last night. Yeah. Jane Zimmerman was there and Alex Radford was there. It was like a whole table of dudes just eating pasta like it was going on.
My boy Joe was there. And
I'm like, man, now I'm hungry, dudes. That wasn't cool.
They're 3 hours behind. It's 10:38. Cheddar saying.
It's not even bedtime yet.
Well,
then.
Cheers, Cheddar. Hope you're having a good time at NAMM, buddy.
That Jason McNamara, man, that boy's like 6'17", man. He's a tall drink of water.
Hey, Cheddar, tell us in the chat what's the favorite thing you've seen so far. I know you've been through that PRS booth and probably looked at those new McCartys and everything. Anything else you've seen that you like?
Paul Reed Smith.
I watched the only PRS stuff I've seen was
Hey, Terry.
Paul's pre-NAMM video that he did at the booth.
He's
And he
such a
showed
goof.
all the new stuff.
He's a goof.
He is a goof. We were talking about that earlier. The dude could probably make you the best coffee table you've ever seen. Right?
And overcharge you for it still.
Yeah.
He's basically a furniture maker that makes guitars.
The coffee table will come with a gig bag.
Yeah, well,
I finally saw that dragon thing that everyone was talking about.
I think those are just they're. I mean, talk about pretentious. I mean, come on.
I like my Pauls.
Hey, Ron, how's it going, man?
So Cheddar says, yeah, fun evening. The S2 594s feel almost as good as his Core 594. Well, that's saying something because that's a heck of a lot less money than a Core model.
The 2-Rock TS1 amp is awesome.
And he says the ROV1 feels really great.
Yeah. Oh, you like the V1 with the bigger?
Yeah, he likes the fat neck. Cheddar likes fatter necks.
The RO of the V1.
How about
Cheddar. So since you got to touch them, tell us the 3 different versions. So we know the V1's like the 50 and the 3's like the slimmest. What's the middle one feel like to you? Is there something?
It's going to be the transition. So it should be between. It should be the kind of in between.
Like a classic, like a 60s, like on a current, like a 2018 classic where it's not tapered, just the 60s neck. Oh, look, there's a PRS.
Just because Cheddar's in here.
This is just a torture. We're just going to torture Dave for a minute. Ooh, Floyd.
There you go.
Locking tuners are really cool.
That's what I'm talking about. Get your whammy on.
Locking tuners and locking nut just because we can.
Not in tune.
Pretentious top.
Ooh.
That is a nice top, man.
Let's take that 3-way switch and just move it right back there by the fucking strap button.
The back's damn near better than the top, boys. Look at that bad boy. Ooh, pretty. Look, Dave, he can't even look. He's like, no.
My eyes.
My eyes. Stop.
Dave, I'm not showing any of my guitars because I don't have any really nice ones besides the Gomacaster, and I'm not wearing any pants, so I won't let me stand up.
So Dave says, or Cheddar says, the V1 felt like his R9, the V2 felt like a Gibson USA 50s neck, and the V3 felt like the slim taper. That's what I was hoping you would say.
I'd be between a 2 and a 3 then.
I like slim taper, so I'm a V3 kind of guy.
Well, that traditional that I have, that's a 50s neck, but it's not really that fat. It's actually pretty good. I can play it.
Nice. You don't mind the 59, right? The 59 neck hack.
It's it's weird. Like I played all the traditionals are supposed to have 50s necks, but I played some that the necks were very baseball bat feeling.
What's going on? Is there cops? There's cops in Louisville. They're coming to get you.
Oh,
This is most daring, but I figure while you don't want to look at me and watch the car chase.
What are you watching? Car chase. Oh, car chase.
Most daring.
Oh. Is this in Louisville live?
No.
you want to try an R8? That would be a baseball bat and a half.
They didn't have an R8. Good God. Dave and I were talking about it earlier. It looked like they had 600 freaking guitars. That's what we were guessing, right? I was like, really? You think 600? And then I was like watching on the videos. I'm like, yep, 600. They got one of every color. It looked like 600.
Well, when you factor in all the colors, all the colors they're doing in each model, and you factor in Gibson and Epiphone and Kramer, and
pack as many Gibsons
and Bozeman. Yeah, it's like Cheddar and all the custom shop variants that they did. I thought when I saw Anderton's, they had an R8.
Yeah,
and it was actually on a stand, Cheddar.
Yeah. There was an R8.
Yeah. It was that one out of those 599 other guitars. You missed it. You'll have to go back and see it tomorrow, Cheddar. It'll still be there. Did you guys see Cote put a bid in on that V3?
Yeah, he said something in his video. Yeah.
What's a V3?
Version
the version 3 of the 1960th anniversary RO. There's 3 versions of it, Quentin.
I don't know. All I know is standard and custom. Fucking R3, R2, R2, R3. I don't know.
They're all ROs. So this year, because it's the 60th year of the Les Paul, right? Last year was the 59th anniversary, so the 59s were the badass shit. This year it's the 60th, so they got 3 ROs.
I think they had
a version 1, a version 2, and a version 3 with different neck profiles.
They have 3. They have 3 neck versions, but I don't know, Brian. I think they had more color choices with the 60th anniversary 59.
Okay, what
well, yeah, but that was still kind of off the heels of really at the end of King Henry's reign. So
they had all kinds of variations of bursts, man. I think more so than what's there now.
Say Q.
What model is a GTFO? I'm getting really confused now.
What's a GTFO? Yeah, what's a GF2?
ROV GTFO.
We must have missed that
Get
one.
the fuck out.
Y'all didn't get that? Come on.
That's what that stands for.
I know. That's a joke.
It was a CTFM. Cost you fucking much.
Cost you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He said it's a Cheddar said it was a get the fuck out. The new get the fuck out model. There's like 4 people on the planet that can afford those.
Well, there is one version 1 on Reverb right now, just in case you were wondering, Dave. Cheddar.
How much are they trying to give that one away for?
It was 64 and some change.
Oh, well, that's what they were last year, so that's not too bad. They were $64.99 last year.
There was a new Friedman Jakey Lee amplifier. I didn't really freak out over that thing either. Guess nobody
I mean, I don't mean to be harsh, but I sort of don't get the Jake E. Lee stuff anymore because dude can't play.
Yeah.
No, he can still play. He just doesn't play anymore.
No, he's in a wheelchair.
They just put out a record like a year ago or something.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right.
I'm thinking of somebody else then. My bad.
You're thinking of Richie Sambora, maybe.
I'm thinking the guy with the numbers on the fretboard.
Oh, Jason Becker.
That's who I'm thinking of.
You're thinking about Kiss.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure. Neither one of those guys were
Fake Ace can play. Let's not mix words.
Yeah, Fake Ace can play Ace's licks that Ace wrote and came up with. That's what he can play.
Hold on, slow down. Speaking of Tommy Thayer / Fake Ace, I watched the video.
Did you guys see the Tommy Thayer episode, by the way?
Video today from them. It was him revealing or whatever his latest.
The purple one.
You know,
the blue
guitar
with
blue
sparkle.
Sparkly.
Yeah.
Les Paul looking thing.
With the Jimmy Page, I'm not going to cover one pickup. I'm going to cover the other because now I think I'm also Jimmy Page on top of Ace Frehley. Yeah, I saw it.
Tell us what you really think, Brian.
Don't hold back.
I think he was, you know what I think? I think he was Ace's guitar tech, and before that he was in an Ace cover band. That's what I think. I think every dollar he's ever made is because he got
Have a good night,
because
Cheddar.
he was either hanging on to Ace or pretending to be Ace. That's what I think. I think if you can name me one riff that Tommy Thayer wrote,
Good point.
I will send you my next paycheck.
Good point. Kiss still sucks, but you got a good point.
Yeah, which Kiss classic did Tommy Thayer write?
There you go.
He didn't even write the shit Vinnie Vincent wrote that saved their asses when they didn't have any makeup on.
Oh my God, that Vinnie Vincent guitar teaching video. Oh my God.
You mean Minnie Vincent?
Oh, make it stop.
Stop.
Notice before he started wearing the Hillary Clinton pantsuit.
Hey, Cheddar, thanks for chiming in. Appreciate the info you gave us, and have a good night. And we'll hope you have a great time tomorrow at NAMM.
Yeah,
look for your content too, brother. When you get home,
don't let Henning lick you.
Unfortunately, Anderton's already scooped you all, so there's no point now. But because Anderton's took like Channel 6 News with them over.
You guys, maybe it's just me. But one thing I notice when I'm watching the Andertons videos, because right now it's what's his name? The Anderton guy. What's his real name?
Captain Lee.
Yeah. And Pete, right?
Yeah.
You notice that when they're walking up and down and they're talking, he keeps cutting off Pete.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't let Pete say a word. He just keeps like cutting him off, and I feel bad for Pete. He starts making content, and he has to always agree and say yeah, because he's got to be nice. It's his boss.
Yeah,
because one guy paid the other guy, so the guy
brings Pete along. He brings Pete along to play guitar. That's all he's there for, is to play guitar.
You know, and I feel bad for
Pete to demo everything
because it's like Pete's not allowed to talk. Now, a couple of years back, when he would walk through do the NAMM thing, but he was doing it with Chapman. Chapman could say anything he wanted. Now, Pete, it's like chop, chop, chop. Let the guy get a word in edgewise, man.
So, do we want to talk about this Chapman guitarologist controversy?
Oh, the bully thing?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
The Chapman controversy with the guy who did the video, and how he screwed that music store, and then Brad the guitarist just got in on it. And
well, no. Brad the guitarist like blew it up to benefit from it. Let's just be clear. When that video came out, it was almost a week to the day that the video he came out with that said, "Oh, Philip McKnight's a piece of shit because he bought a guitar from Sweetwater, reviewed it, and then sent it back." It was YouTube Sweeps Week. So let's start off with let's frame it with what it was. It was YouTube Sweeps Week. Now continue.
Well, he also sent back the cabinet because it smelled funny or something.
Well, yeah, he got a moldy black mold cabinet from Chicago Music Exchange. I would have sent it back too if it stunk like crap. I mean, who keeps something you buy that smells like crap with a 45-day return?
But the whole thing with Riff City, it's a business, man. If Guitar Center calls me and wants my shit in their store, it's like what Walmart did to Tupperware. They crushed them, man. They fucking crushed Tupperware.
Yep.
But it's business. It's business.
So
Riff City came out and said we didn't go out of business because of Chapman. And when Chapman went to Guitar Center, we were like, what would we have done if we were him? We would have went to Guitar Center. They weren't mad about it at all. They were a little not too happy with some of the other things that he said, though.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the other stuff. So I forget the name. What it was like there was a guy who, and I can't remember the guy's name. He made a video.
Pissed channel, like 200 sub channel.
Yeah, it was a small, and he hammered Chapman, and he did it in such a way saying that he was a big, originally a big fan of Chapman, bought a bunch of his guitars and this, and as a British guy, bunch of his guitars, but it's like I have to tell the truth about this guy, and he had all these accusations, and he says I got proof and this and that, whatever. Then Chapman,
his proof was sort of shady,
and then that was great for the guy's channel because that went viral. And then Chapman, of course, got wind of it. He puts out a video called "The Truth."
Well, actually, his post didn't go viral until Brad.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's what happened. Brad just latched onto it like a leech.
Well,
sucked the blood out of Chapman with it.
I'm not going to make any comment about that channel, but anyway,
that's why I unsub Brad.
So anyway,
I like Brad, but Brad's in Kentucky, so.
Anyway,
okay, Brad's a mercenary. Let's just call a horse. Brad's a fucking mercenary.
Brad's the only YouTuber we know of that the FBI has come to his freaking front door. Okay, can we just say that?
He'll do anything. And by mercenary, I mean he'll do whatever it takes to get a view, right? So I mean, I'm not
Central USA.
I won't support somebody that's like that. So,
especially if you're taking a chunk out of somebody else, you're spooning in and getting a chunk out of somebody else for your own.
Well, that's original. Then that's what the guy did who started bitching about Chapman. He did it with Chapman guitar so he could get views on the video.
Oh, exactly. And then we're talking about this bigger channel that basically just said verify. And of course, he qualifies it by saying throughout the whole video, well, this is the other dude's opinion, not my opinion. Yeah, but you're the only person that with more than 1,000 subs, we would have never known about it.
Well, so Chapman did a rebuttal video called "The Truth," and he was explaining himself and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
And then this guy apparently, and because I saw another guy, not Brad, but another guy, because I don't watch that. There's another guy that I do watch that did a video that apparently is in contact with this guy. This guy went into hiding because apparently all the Chapman supporters he was getting death threats.
Yeah.
He sent 007 to take him out.
He was getting death threats from some of the Chapman people.
The
right?
That is
and so this guy, I think his divorce is this guy's name, and he was like
MI5.
A rebuttal for a rebuttal kind of thing, and defending that what this guy was saying was accurate in a lot of places, right? And he was taking clips from Chapman's rebuttal and saying, look at this statement, this guy's so like full of himself and blah blah blah. It's a feeding frenzy on Chapman right now, which I mean, you
know what Chapman's probably thinking? It's NAMM. Thanks for putting my name out there, because there's no such thing as bad publicity.
It's the fucking YouTube.
Well,
man.
now wait a minute. There is, because if you look, so let's look at the stigma around Chapman as it is right now, right? Because there is a little bit of stigma around Chapman guitars, right?
That's based off quality problems,
exactly.
Not the person, though.
Right. It's quality based issues, right? So that is the genesis of the issue, right? Is the quality.
Mm-hmm.
So if you break it down and you bring this to even more light, because it's not like we don't already freaking know that there's an issue,
right? And
you bring it even more to light, that is not good press. That's not the kind of press you want. You want people saying, "Oh, they're great. They're getting better. They're getting better. They're turning the corner." That's what you want people to say, but that's not what people are saying.
There's already some Chapman new guitar NAMM stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you care to watch it, I think what they need to do is what like PRS does. For instance, Hack's new SE went to Maryland before it went to Toronto and got QC'd and set up. And I think the Chapman guitars are coming off the boat and going straight to Guitar Center and you guys picked up guitars, lesser made import guitars in Guitar Center. And what are they set up like generally?
They're set up like ass. Yeah.
Yeah, they're set up like ass. So, you know, I don't know. I just don't like. It's one thing for the guy to put out his video. It's another thing for somebody else with a big channel to latch onto it as clickbait.
Well, it's
during YouTube Sweeps Week.
It's ambulance chasing, right?
Yes, thank you. That's the term.
You know, the thing is, what I was going to say was, you know, I mean, that's the nature of the beast. When somebody gets big, whether it be Chapman or a Phil McKnight,
they want to cut you down.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like, a lot of people give the right teeth to be in Chapman's position, you know?
Hey, Phil gets messages like you should kill everyone in your family and then kill yourself. I mean, it's like guitars. We're talking about guitars, people. Calm down.
It's not like they're coming after Quentin James because I don't have any fucking subs. You know,
not now. You don't. Not after that whole Caribbean phone call.
By the way, I'm laying down, and you probably see I don't have any pants on. That's why I turned.
I wondered if you just took your pants off, and that's why we couldn't see anymore.
No, they've been off. They've been off since I got back from Kroger.
You're not the Q from like MI5, are you? Like the 007 Q?
No, I'm the Q from Star Trek.
Okay, different Q. Okay, so you're the omnipotent, immortal God of the universe, not the guy that just created the cool gadgets for James Bond.
Still talking about that Jamaican phone call, or are we done with that?
Was it Jamaica? I thought it was Puerto Rico.
Dave is like, oh dear Lord. He's not saying anything, is he?
That phone call no longer exists on the internet, so yeah. There's no reason to talk about it.
Yeah, that video was set to private.
So anyway, well, boys, you got anything else you want to chime in tonight on what you've seen so far from NAMM? Because we got the rest of the weekend to chime in on what we've.
I've taken a Dremel to his PRS.
I believe he is.
I'm just the bridge is a little high, and I'm dropping it a little bit. I want to like
look like a Dremel to me, Q.
Dropping a bridge is what's going to happen when the big one hits in LA. Let's hope it's not during NAMM.
Oh.
Can you say that on YouTube? Yeah.
Too soon?
Too soon. No, it's been a while since the last earthquake. It's not too soon.
Much better.
Dude, we're on a big fault line here in Kentucky. Remember the Mississippi ran backwards and all?
Yep.
Dude, when that big one hit, like in the 90s down there,
yeah,
I was in college and I was in the break room and I saw like vending machines, like Coke machines doing this. And I was like, did something just blow up?
Dude,
I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, wait a minute. Did we see an earthquake?
I was laying on my mom's couch and I was watching TV, and I hear like all of her little knickknacks started like clanking together, you know, and I'm
chatter.
Dude, are we having a? And then there was this bang, and I swear I thought a damn semi hit the freaking building or something. I'm like, the fuck was that? Are you a big fatty, dude?
You know those big vending machines where you get your chips and your crackers and all that, you know, A27 and your stuff. They were literally like doing this, and I'm like, I've never seen a vending machine like sway before. What the hell?
Yeah, you hit
what's going on?
You hit the A27 and the Three Musketeers dropped out, and you're like, no, we're an M&M's, damn it.
The great thing is all the food fell down into the bottom, and I just reached in there and grabbed it all.
Right, like
that action down, man. It's beautiful. Got that action way down.
You want to come over here and set this Edwards up for me tomorrow?
Well, it's just you got all these screws here, right? On the what I'm doing is I'm cranking them down, and then that's dropping the bridge. Just making a nice difference on it.
Yeah, aren't those supposed to be they're supposed to be set up so the tremolo works. Shouldn't you just be lowering the saddles?
Well, I think that's what he's doing, is lowering the saddles, right?
Oh, you're lowering the screws on the bridge plate, man.
Yeah.
You're
doing the bridge plate?
be tight. They need to be a little loose so that thing pivot.
They need to be a little loose. Hey?
That's Dave. Those 6 screws don't get tightened all the way to the plate, right?
No, they don't.
You need to be lowering the 2 little screws on each saddle, bro, not the screws that are bolting the bridge to the body.
Screws.
Well, let's put it this way. The screws that are on the saddle are pretty much almost sitting flat. So there's no plate.
They might have to go lower, and you might have to Dremel them off.
Yeah, you just made that thing a hardtail.
Yeah, you just made it a hardtail, bro. It ain't gonna flex now.
No, I don't want it to flex.
Well, in that case,
the thing is you start winding those screws in. So if you look at the way that bridge is made, the front of it raises up like this,
right,
and it sits on those screws. It sits on that.
That's the pivot point.
It's the pivot point.
That's
so when
the
you
pivot point.
wind those screws down, what you're doing is you're raising the back end of the bridge up.
Well, the back end of the bridge is just like slightly off the body of the guitar. It's a little bit raised.
Yep. That's why when you wind those screws in, when you wind those 6 screws in, you're pushing that down. And you're raising the back end of the bridge up. You're not really changing your action whatsoever.
Yeah, the action is done by the bridge saddles, each individual saddle. Like on a 2-post tremolo, you can raise the whole thing up and down a little bit, but those 6 screws are different. They don't sit like flush on top and then all the way down.
Well, can you guys explain to me why now the action is way better than what it was before I tightened it? And when I say
because you lowered it, you just didn't lower it with the right screws.
Well, they're all down. I couldn't crank them a lot. Literally, it's like maybe half a turn on each one.
Oh well, that wasn't too much then. You didn't like
fucking.
You didn't just like drop it down in there.
You bastard.
Get down in there, fucker.
Okay, 2 things. Somebody take the screwdriver away from Hack and take the Dremel.
Hey, give him the Dremel.
Take the Dremel away.
The Dremel from Quentin.
Oh, that's it, eh?
That's the Phil X machine.
So
literally, you guys thought I was joking earlier. Like they put the pickup in there, and then they got some like vice grips, and then they just grabbed on the pickup and yanked the damn thing out and left it like that and called it a day.
They also took out 2 tone pots or tone and a volume pot out.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't know the same vice grips.
Left freaking holes there.
Look at the neck.
Oh, that's like a P94.
They at least leave the pickup ring in the neck.
Yeah.
No, because they only yanked the pickup out.
Yeah.
The wires are still hanging out.
No, that's not the wires. That's his little guy that he puts in there.
Oh, let me exaggerate.
What kind of knobs are in that thing?
Phil X knobs.
Yeah, just whatever.
Those
knobs
are the
you
new
like.
custom shop knobs. You can order those from the website. They're $127 each.
Yeah.
Probably.
They're VOS. They're VOS Phil X custom shop knobs.
They look like something off a 1970s PV mixer. They're fucking huge.
It does, doesn't it?
Fender's making those. They're calling those the Ultra knobs this year. Those just came out.
Oh dear Lord.
God. Fender. I don't understand Fender.
I do. Let's make the same guitar for 50 years in a row, and every 6 months we'll change the name, and nobody will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a Strat. Dude, it's a Les Paul. I'm sorry. I mean.
Exactly.
But it's funny, though, because it's like those 2 boys did it right. The Strat and the Les Paul. It's still number 1. You know, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Not even close. Dave and I've talked about this before. The Fender Stratocaster is the Model T. Henry Ford figured out how to make cars cheap.
The Model T is really the Telecaster. Because that's the oldest.
Well,
the Model A is like the Strat.
Okay, well, I'll give you that. But I mean, the concept's the same.
Yeah.
Leo Fender figured out how to make a guitar on an assembly line parts that you bolted the freak together, and everybody else was gluing wood and shit together.
Right. Now here's an observation, and see if you guys can chime in on this.
Not that that's bad. I got 2 bolt-ons I love. I didn't think I would, but I do.
When I look at a Strat, it doesn't do anything for me. Looks wise.
Me either.
Oh,
0.
Me either.
okay. I'm not unfriending you again.
The good news is when he friends you back, you will then have one more sub than you had.
So like when I see, oh man, look at this Strat, oh it's a vintage, whatever. It's like, yeah, that means it's old. Like it doesn't do anything for me. Like that being said, I own a Strat, but I own a Strat only for one reason, because
you need the tones.
It sounds like a Strat.
You need the tones because you're a gigging musician.
Now, a Les Paul, on the other hand, I'm not all Les Pauls because there's some stupid, goofy colors and I don't like certain things, but just the shape of it and the look, that grabs my eye. That's why I have 5 of them.
5? Only 5?
Only 5. So, you know what I mean?
That's called a fetish.
No, I'm totally with you, dude.
Telecaster, even a Telecaster doesn't do anything for me. The butterscotch with the black pickguard, because it's iconic, that looks kind of cool. But really, the only guitar that I look at and I'm like, holy shit, that thing looks amazing, is a Les Paul.
I will say this. When I first started playing guitar, which wasn't very long ago, I thought I would never want this. I was like, I don't like, what is that? You can't figure out what it is, but there's just something about how comfortable.
See, to me, that's not a telly. That's like
a telly with a belly cut.
It's like a super telly.
It's like a Les Paul.
I have a belly cut on my telly. That's not a new thing.
I know it's not a new thing. It's just like I never thought I would like this, and I do like it. I like it a lot.
The Alex Lifeson Les Paul. It's not a Les Paul, dude. It's got it's not a Les.
It's got a Floyd and an access cut.
Yeah, I want a Les Paul. I love both the Strat and the Les Paul because if you want that, your Strat's never going to sound like a Les Paul. But I don't care how you cold tap on a Les Paul. It's never going to sound like a Strat.
No, well, I agree with that.
Dave, we got some we got a Dr. Dave question here. You want to try to answer that for Rob?
Back, it stays slightly sharp until I dive it. Yeah, your knife edges are probably worn, or your posts may be worn too.
That's why I sold that ESP guitar, because I had the same damn thing. It's like, dude, I'm not messing with it. Either the posts are starting to move in the body, or or the posts have divots in it, or your knife edges need to be filed down.
Right.
I'm just not going to fuck with it, man.
There's the second part of his question. So,
it's probably depends. I mean, so my question would be, how old is it? How much use has it had? But likely your knife edges are worn on your Floyd, and they'll need to be retuned.
Yeah, especially when you say it won't flutter.
Yep.
Like when you do that Brad Gillis thing, it won't flutter. Yeah.
Yep. And when you dive, it comes back. Yeah. So that's probably your post. Actually, it may be your post on that one. I don't know. It's that one can go either way. Yeah.
Take it to a qualified repair professional.
Take it to a qualified Quentin without a Dremel.
I'll take a Dremel to it. I'll fix it.
Don't take it to Quentin, in other words.
My whole family was a television repairman. He's kind of awesome. I can fix it.
You guys are all playing your guitars, giving me the urge.
So you could possibly take it apart, pop the springs. Next time you take the strings off, pop the springs off and pull the Floyd, because it'll just come right off the post, and just inspect it. Just look at those knife edges, look at the posts.
So far as to replace the springs. If it's that old, I put new springs in it too.
It shouldn't be the springs. But I mean, because it only it's only happening one way. So that tells me it's.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying it's the springs. I'm saying it's the pulse of the knife edge.
Right.
But I'll go ahead and replace those anyway, because those will wear out over time.
They will.
If it's that old.
Right. Depending on how old it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like I said, next time you restring it, just pop the bridge out and just kind of inspect the knife edges. Make sure they're uniform. If they're not, then you'll want to get them reground and just take a peek at the posts and make sure there's no like visible divots or anything. Just give it the old visual inspection. You can put like a drop of 3-in-1 on there in that contact point. Sometimes that'll help too, but likely it's your knife edges or your posts.
Well done.
There you go, Rob. We're all playing our guitars.
Except for me. I'm a hack. But that's okay.
Well, gang, it's 2:15 in the morning at my house and Hack's house. And he's drinking coffee. He's not planning on going to sleep anytime.
That's not coffee.
It's not coffee.
It's got scotch in a Horton's cup. I see what you did there.
It's
brandy spelled with a B.
Brandy spelled with a B.
Brandy.
Wait a minute, y'all talking about drinking.
What is it brandy just like wine? They like evaporate it down to syrup.
It's old wine.
So it's
also a stripper name.
It's your stripper name.
It's a good song by Looking Glass.
I could have went the rest of my life without knowing your stripper name.
You would be.
That's my stripper.
You said it was your stripper name.
A stripper name.
I'm gonna make Kalen change your messenger name now to Brandy.
Wait.
What is my name now? I don't know what the hell. What she call me?
Your name now is Guitar. What's his name? I'm Guitar Slut 1. Dave is Guitar Hoarder. What's it? What's
I don't know. I don't think. Maybe I don't have one. Maybe I'm.
No, you have one.
You're LP slut. You're LP slut.
Yeah, you're Les Paul slut.
Oh, I'm LP slut.
You're LP slut.
LP slut. I hate that.
I'm Guitar Slut 1, and Dave was Guitar Slut 2, and he's like, "Why do I gotta be 2?" So she gave him a new nickname.
I'm Guitar Hoarder. So now I'm Guitar Hoarder.
Yeah, I said I'm perfectly fine with Guitar Slut 1 because that's GS1 and it's sort of like 007, but different.
Out of all of us, you do own most guitars, Dave. So
true. What she calls
not even close.
I said true.
He said I said true.
Isn't Brandy the name?
He's like, what do you got to rub it in for, dude? I agreed with you.
I don't care. Dude, I really don't care.
Hey, isn't Brandy the name of the hooker?
If you cared, you wouldn't have that many.
What's that, Quentin?
Isn't Brandy the name of the hooker that sued the shit out of Trump?
No, that was Stormy.
Yeah,
Stormy the whore, not Brandy the whore. Brandy the whore. Brandy the whore is the girl that Rick Pitino hired.
Oh, that's right.
The recruits to Louisville. Different whore.
But I tell you, that Stormy Daniels shit, that was an expensive piece of ass.
Yeah, he had to pay her like $100 grand. But you see, her attorney is now going to prison.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Stormy has a sister, Rainey, and a brother, Overcast.
Yeah, and then they got a little sister named Sunny. And then there's a little brother named Chance of Showers.
Yeah, but Sunny, unfortunately.
What about their
Chance
mom?
of Golden Showers.
What about their mom, Drizzly?
Drizzly, yeah. But Sunny, unfortunately, isn't too bright. So.
Oh, boo!
The mom was
partly
dry, dry and no humidity.
Oh, and Hack just lost 2 more subs.
Hack's not. It's on my channel. I'm the one losing all the subs. I ain't got subs to lose even. I'll be down like 274.
You'll be in the negative numbers.
I'll be in negative. We'll be like negative 27 by morning. You realize I'm gonna have to delete this live chat now after we're done.
You might as well, man.
It's funny. It's 2:20 in the morning. I made this video where I come home.
There's 9 people watching. Who is watching this?
Oh my God! There's still 9 watching.
Yeah, it says there's 9 people watching. There can't possibly be 9 people watching. They must all be at NAMM and they can't go to sleep. They drink too much coffee.
And they're not even going to comment. They're like, I'm lurking, dude.
They're like, I can't understand why I'm watching this aside from the fact that I can't go to sleep and I got nothing else to do.
Disaster.
Oh, Terry Himes is still here.
Hey, I haven't even, my chat hadn't even been up for 20 minutes. Terry, thank you, Terry. Woo!
He's a
You're the man, Terry. Where do you live, Terry? It's 2:20 at my house. What time is it at your house, Terry? Do you not have anything better to be doing right now?
Don't patronize poor Terry. He's hanging out with us.
I shouldn't be kicking my people watching my live stream.
Really?
Should I?
Get off my live stream.
Get off the damn channel, Terry. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh,
What
wait a
are you
minute.
watching me for?
There's a video from 6 String Brian says Line 6 Pod Go. I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw that one.
Oh, I've seen the 2 live ones. He's got 2 live ones, doesn't he?
Oh, look, Brian Hess's live. Let me go there so I can read the chat.
Oh no, don't go. That guy.
Oh, Terry's like right up the street from where I'm at. He's in Ohio too, so Terry's not getting any rest either. He's staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Terry, we should hook up. Terry, what you really ought to do is come to Gear Fest and just hook up with all of us in Fort Wayne.
Oh, listen to this one, Q.
Yeah,
so I looked into flights.
Shit. You might as well be fly. You should have flew to LA. It was cheaper to fly to LA than Columbus.
Guys for Gear Fest, man. And every flight is like they're all like between $550 and $600 or more.
Well, that's because you got to fly to Wyoming to get on a flight.
All of them are one stop in JFK.
Oh.
Yeah, and literally, it's like as the crow flies. Guitar Hack lives 300 miles from me. As you drive, it's like 428 miles, and they're going to charge him $685 to fly here.
So I think I'm going to take the bus.
Yeah. You know what I would do if I was you, Hack? I would take the bus here because there's anticipation, so the 10 hours will go by quickly. And then I would fly home and be home in 2 hours because there ain't shit to look forward to on that 10-hour bus ride back home.
No, I'm gonna I can go there bus and back in Canadian money for like $120 by bus.
Do that then. Yeah, do that. We'll have fun, and you can come whatever day of the week you want. Come as early as you want.
Well, we gotta figure out. I don't know what your work schedule is, and I don't want to mess you up, right?
Yeah, listen, I work from home and I make my own schedule. That's pretty much how it rolls. I got like 10 clients and they're on my time. So.
Yeah, and after 8 hours of sitting on that fucking Greyhound, you're going to be going, I'm saving money. I'm saving money. I'm saving money.
Hey, Hack, when you get off the Greyhound, you can get in the hot tub and just soak all that soreness from riding the bus out. And I'll have a bottle of scotch and some cigars. It'll be good.
Quentin, make it up here with some happy pills.
I told Quentin to come to Gear Fest, but it wasn't because I wanted to see Quentin. It was just because I wanted to eat his Oxycontin while he was in town.
Quentin's a pusher man.
Speaking of which, it is now January 18th, which means today I get my happy pills refilled. Woo!
Another one? You just got to refill.
No, I took it up there. They give me 2 prescriptions at a time, but they date them. So I just stick them in this little thingamajigger and wait until I run out and go, oh, look, get some more. No, I get my back.
You lucky Oxycontin fool. I have to beg him to give me freaking tramadol.
Well, I get my backstabbing under 20 seconds, so I get fitting on Versed too.
Oh, and then they'll give me like 30 and go, oh, this needs to last you like 90 days. And I'm like, why don't you just give me aspirin?
The backstabbing cue, is that like every 6 months you get that done, more or less?
Every 4 to 6 months.
Oh. It's been a while since you had the last one. I remember did you have one since last summer?
October.
October, yeah.
Oh,
Dave,
okay.
okay, Dave, October. How do you know?
Dave knows everything.
He does. He keeps an eye out on me.
Hey, Dave, what did I have for dinner last night?
Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry, is that right? Terry, Maslin Tigers, if you're still out there. You guys that don't live in Ohio. So Ohio's a big football state, and Maslin, Ohio has this legendary high school football team that's won like 47 state titles. Like half the Ohio State Buckeyes come from Maslin, Ohio.
Is that where they ship kids in from like fucking Russia and shit?
All the roid.
No, that's where LeBron James went to school. That's a Catholic school where they like who thinks LeBron James is Catholic? Anybody?
Every other team is a bunch of JV kids, little fat kids, you know, and it's like
Jerry's like
the football game.
I know it.
19-0 and.
Well, you got your camera off, Q. Are you
see, Jerry? You should be impressed because I'm from Indiana. That's how impressive. That's how impressive Maslin, Ohio, is. That a kid from Indiana knows about it.
My back hurts while I'm laying down here.
Oh, okay.
Your back hurts because we talked about football.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah. Speaking of, you said you got a couple of nice smoking lounges there in your vicinity there.
Yeah, buddy. So here's the deal. I found one that serves booze, and they charge like $15 a shot on purpose.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's by our casino.
That's
Are you a gambler? No,
really.
It's the only one in town that serves booze. But I found another one that's BYOB and has a big old like humidor room like the one we were in Nashville.
Right.
So it's more like a cigar lounge with a BYOB bar. So that means we take our own bourbon and scotch in, which is way cheaper than buying it from the damn bar anyway.
I was just going to say, I think that's more my speed.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
and that was like 10 minutes from my house, maybe 15. And the other one's like on the other side of the city. So I'm like, yeah, screw the $15 shots. We're going to BYOB.
Oh, that works for me. Totally.
But literally, dude, I have a giant mall on this side of town that has a smoke shop in it. That's like Cigar World. There's a bunch of cigar shops here. They're just not cigar bars. So you can go buy your cigars there and smoke them there. You just can't drink and smoke them there.
Yeah, I got to stock up. I want to do like I did in Arizona and stock up, bring back like 50.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a tour for you. We'll do some different cigar shops, and we'll hit some guitar shops for sure. And and I thought what we do is maybe head over. I want to get to Gear Fest the night before. Because last year I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drove 3.5 hours and got there at 9:30. And by afternoon, I was spent because I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So
I'd rather get there Thursday night and wake up there and then eat breakfast and drive over. And then we're there when they open. And then we go in and then we're there all day. And then we're there as long as we want to be day 2. Right. And then when you guys are done, then we roll back to my house, right? And then you can roll out back home the next day or the day after, whatever you want to do. You can stay here for a week if you want. I got
I'm not put you out that much.
Dave, I got plenty of room for you too, man. I know it may be cheaper for you to fly somewhere different than Columbus, but same. Well, Q, you should just drive up there. You're like 3 hours anyway. Q can be there. Q's close tonight.
If you stay down there for a week.
You could come meet us in Columbus. It's not that far from where you're at. It's 3.5 hours from where you live, where I live, door to door. If that, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you a story about the my Tone King guitar picks. You know,
No.
Lewis came down to visit. You know, well,
Yeah.
he was in town for business, right? Guitar Emporium and Gear Man Dude, blah 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 blah. Well, I gave him a quick pick and a U of L T-shirt, and don't laugh at that, Brian. Anyway, Lewis sent me a Facebook message. He said he's gonna send me some pics, and shows me a picture of the pics and a little note, and it's so nice, like black envelope on stationery, and I'm like, Dad, you know. So about fucking months later, I finally say something to him, and he's like, you know, I've sent these out to several people. They say they don't get them. I'm thinking somebody's in the, some mailman's just stealing them because the stationery so nice.
Yeah.
Like there's a big gift card in there or something. They're like, I'm all over this. Oh, fucking guitar picks. So he just sent them in a plain white envelope after NAMM.
If you guys didn't notice it, Rob said, thank you guys for the advice. He's going to leave it the way it is for now until he gets the funds to get his edges, refiled down to a sharper point or get new posts, what have you. So, well, gang, we've done almost a whole Livewire show. We've been on 2 hours.
You want to cash out?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, man. And we got playoff football tomorrow I need to watch, even though your team's not in and my team's not in.
You're pretty tired because you just smoked a big fatty.
No, I take that back, Hack. They're both on Sunday now.
That's on Sunday, yeah. I was just going to tell you.
Yeah, they're both on Sunday because we're down to 4 teams. I got college basketball to watch tomorrow, but you're not a basketball guy. Even though your hometown team won the freaking NBA championship. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's not important.
And then they burnt your town down.
No, they did. No, they were all right. Just a couple people got shot. Wasn't bad.
You know, the only thing I don't
so it was like every Friday night in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, my only gripe about this guitar. Only gripe about this guitar.
It's not a Gibson, I know.
No, 5 minutes after you got it, you had to take pickups out of it.
No, look at see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you got nut wear.
No, it's from here.
The finish.
Oh, the stainless steel rubbing a hole in your finger.
See?
Yeah.
I don't want to really hear a whole lot about your pinky finger bitching. To be honest with you.
It just polishes this little spot right here.
You're gonna get a weird spot there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there is no pinky finger bitching allowed on my channel. Just so you freaking know.
I was bitching about the schmutz that comes off the aluminum.
Oh, that.
Dave, I'll send you my
You
dribble.
could do an extension.
Hack. What am I supposed to do with that?
Hey, Dan Anderson, how are you?
Hey, Dan Anderson.
Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy?
That
How you doing, man?
That
I was
little
teasing
finger
Dan.
out more than the Nuno guitar. Yeah.
I was teasing Dan earlier. I said, hey, Dan, are you related to Tom? Because can you get me a discount? You realize that my pinky's not really jacked. It's just that my knuckle is low. So if you move this knuckle up where it properly should be, then my pinky wouldn't be so.
Your pinky has no reason to live, dude.
It doesn't. Like if you took this off, I could play the guitar the same goodness.
3 notes per string. That's all you need.
All my favorite guitar players now play with 3 fingers because when I try to go learn a new song and there's this like really long 6-fret spread, I'm like, yeah, I can't play that.
Yeah. Or you can make a triad. So there you go.
Yeah, triads are Dave's realm. I'm not there yet.
Triads have no reason to live.
Dave's still trying to teach me all the piano keys.
I've been trying to do that. I've been practicing triads like crazy, and I'm trying to throw them into my regular soloing vocabulary.
Right.
Yeah. And It's
so
all right.
man, it's not like trying to throw them in. What it is if you know the triads and you know the different shapes. So like here's a G, here's a G, here's a G, right?
Right.
And if you know your root's there, your root's there, and your root's there,
Right.
right? You know root's there. That's what? Is that your third or your fifth? It's one or the other.
One or the other.
Right?
Any one of the three notes will work. That's what I know.
Right. That's and that's the thing. Any of the three notes will work against what on your chord changes, and that's where that's what separates good guitarists from an average guitarist.
Right. So what I'm practicing is I'm putting on like a real simple 1-4-5 blues and a slower, not an up tempo, but a mid to low tempo blues.
Now you want like, dude, to start this out, don't even worry about trying to play it over a backing track. Don't even think about that. What you want to think about is making that change, making one of those three notes on your 4 and on your 5 on time. And even if you just do it to a metronome at 50 beats a minute or 40 beats a minute, doesn't matter. If you're working that eighth note exercise like I showed you, then you'll get it. And what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing those triads show up inside whatever box you're learning, whatever little box you're going to work. If it's this one, if it's that one, if it's that one, whatever section of the neck you choose, you stay in that section, and you'll start seeing those.
And that's what I am seeing, because I mean, the way I'm coming at it is maybe a little bit different than you're coming at it. I'm still using the same information, but when I play a G chord here, I can see all the notes of the scale of the G chord, right? I can see all the notes of the notes of the scale around that, and I see the triad.
Right.
When I play a C chord right below it, I know all the notes of the C scale. I know all the notes around that, and now I see the triad. When I go to the D, which, like, if I slide up here for D, same thing. I know that entire scale, and I know the triad. So what I'm saying is, when I'm going from the G to the D, is I'm switching scales with the chords.
Right.
I'm making sure that
what I'm saying is don't. What I'm saying is get yourself out of that and stick in one. Pick one stretch of four frets and stay in that box. Do not leave that box until you know where each triad in that box is, and how to find the root, third, and fifth of each triad in whatever key you choose. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
What that's going to do is that's going to paint the entire picture of the fretboard for you, if you don't already know it.
Okay, but that's the thing, Dave. I do. So
okay.
If I'm playing here, okay, and I want to play the notes of D, okay, I know where the D triad is here. So, like, if I'm going G to a C, I can stay in the same position. If I go to the D, like I was saying, I could do it here. I could also play D here. Either way, if I'm playing D here, I know the scale around those notes.
Right.
If I play D here, I also know the scale around those notes.
Right.
And now I'll be targeting those you know, those notes, those triad notes, right? And if I'm
hey, look who's in the chat.
Who?
Look.
Dan Anderson.
No. Keep looking.
Extreme Brian. Here's Brian.
Keep looking.
Oh, there's trouble.
Hey, 6'3" Brian, how are you?
Man, we've been watching all your videos, Brian. Thanks a lot.
Videos, man.
Yeah, we have.
We
miss you, man. We wish you were out there with you.
You're doing a good job with Gibson.
Yeah.
We're digging that.
Hack and I were just talking earlier. We hope you had a wingman to fly with because it's more fun when you got somebody to share it with in the moment. He says, I'm still alive. Cool. Man, you're up late, even for California time.
We're living vicariously through you, Brian.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we are, man. Hey, Brian, did you get to see? Were you at the Phil X show tonight?
Yeah, did
China
you see Phil X perform?
It's China Mike, right? China
China Mike, and he was with Baker,
China Mike and Baker and Steve from Boston were there, and dude, they had their front row seats, and Phil X was tearing it a new one.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, he says he's got more Gibson footage coming soon. Hey, Brian, I pollinated your channel. Hey, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that, man.
So does that mean you know even the in between scales?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go,
Dave. I can basically play any chord and know the scale around it.
Brian says he was with Baker and Steve and
cool.
all those guys at the show.
Nice.
Cool, man. I'm glad you got some buddies to hang with. That's cool.
Man, Derek King Holmes got that big stranglehold over guy.
Yeah, oh, dude, they were ripping some stranglehold off, weren't they? Oh my God.
Yeah, when he started playing that riff.
Oh, well, you know what that is instantly the second you hear it, right?
And then the solos, man, like
that solo, that one solo you played that went on for like 10 minutes that had every freaking riff from every solo you love.
Is Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, the Flintstones theme. I don't know what other theme to what other TV show. I can't remember now.
He played something off some AC/DC, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was some kind of AC/DC freaking solo in there. Dude, he was just tearing it a new one. And he wasn't even thinking about it. It was just like, hey, check this out.
Brian's hanging out with the big boys there.
You're with the Tone King of McKnight all day? Damn.
There you go. Look
at you.
Rubbing shoulders with the big pieces.
Look at you.
Pretentious bastard.
Hey, do me a favor, Brian. I'm trying to get Phil to come on the dang show tomorrow. Tone King's already been on. You and Tone King gang up on Phil and get him to come on the show.
Yeah, and then maybe I can get him on mine.
Yeah, there you go. Good luck with all that. Dude's got like booked 6 months in advance. You got to book Phil like
I'm one of this.
So we could get Phil on for NAMM 2021.
I thought being on his chosen channels recommended channels was enough, but it didn't even make a dent in getting Phil on.
No. Well, that's because he's busy. Phil literally makes his money on fixing guitars during the day and shooting videos the rest of the day. That's how Phil's paying for his family. I believe
what Brian just wrote, that the best guitarist of the show for me is Jared James Nichols. How the hell could that guy be better than what Phil X did tonight?
Well, I did see your video of Jared James Nichols, and you were a little bit further back from the stage on that one than the guys that put the Phil X out, but it did really sound amazing.
Better than Phil X, Jared James?
Dude,
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying better. I'm just saying
he sucks, but I mean.
No, he's good. Jared James is JJ is a good
beast, man.
He is a beast, but Phil X, man. Phil X is a
trust me on this one.
Okay.
All right. I gotta look.
You know why, don't you? You know why? P90 for the win.
Well, no, Phil X has a P90. That's a P94 in the bridge in Phil X's guitar.
You know what? It doesn't matter what Phil plays. In that show, he played at 3.
Dave just couldn't wait to shoot me down in flames.
Hey, I just had to throw it out there, man. It is what it is.
Not
It is what it
oh
is.
no, Rob F. Johnny Highland is a monster, man. I have heard him. He's incredible.
I gotta try to find. I'm gonna look for one.
See, I'm like, I mean, give me like Glenn Campbell or not Glenn. Is it Glenn Campbell?
Rhinestone Cowboy.
He was a monster player, man.
Dude, he was a beast.
You know,
Dude,
Glenn Campbell was part of
when I was a kid.
Dude, if you don't know what Glenn Campbell did on a guitar, you need to look it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I had Glenn Campbell 45 records when I was a kid.
He's a big Chico
Did
guy.
you know that he was part of that recording group?
Yeah.
What do they call themselves? They played on all the Motown records and a lot of the pop records.
Like the
What do they call them?
Wreckers or something like that. The
I don't
Tone
know.
Wreckers or something.
The Tone Wreckers.
They made a movie about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Glenn Campbell other than he was in a lot of movies.
Holy shit, dude.
Dude, he was
And the dude could sing his freaking ass off and play
better
freaking
than he
guitar
can sing.
while he was singing.
He can play way better than he can sing.
yeah, he
Well,
can play
let
way better than he can sing.
Yeah. Well, guess who I saw who was better than all of them? Roy Clark. I saw Roy Clark live play a banjo, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and a fiddle all in the same damn show in like virtuoso mode.
Yeah, no.
Clark was good, man.
That dude, I saw him in Branson at his theater, and we were just like,
Dude, look up seriously. Look up at what some of the stuff Glenn Campbell was.
You
in.
should check out Glenn Campbell though.
oh, I love Glenn Campbell, man.
No, you should look. You should see some of the videos of him actually playing some of the stuff. And I don't mean like album stuff. I mean just like him noodling playing.
Hack and I were kids when Glenn Campbell was huge.
You know, the funny thing was,
Wait, I got it. Hold on. I'm on Wikipedia. The man is a session musician, punk artist, studio musicians, later known as the Wrecking Crew.
the Wrecking
Crew.
Glenn Campbell.
What else is that from? What's the Wrecking Crew?
Campbell played in recordings by the Beach Boys, Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Nat King Cole, the Monkees, Doris Day. Wait, come on.
Anybody that
was anybody, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't, and I only
Plus-
found out he was a virtuoso like in the last few years. I didn't know he was,
Quentin, how many top 10 hits did he have?
I just turned off Wikipedia.
15 or 20, I bet you.
15, Brian said he met my new boss, Paul Reed Smith. Go ahead.
I've met Paul Reed Smith. Speaking of Paul Reed Smith, let's send the show out on this one because it's getting late. You guys see this today?
Brian said, the guy who sells the hot dogs on the corner, he said he looked a lot like Henry Driskerwich. Is that true?
I don't know. Did you guys see this today?
No.
That's
sorry,
that does nothing for me.
Does
So
nothing
this,
for me either.
so this is the highest end
Eh.
PRS at
Eh,
NAMM. It's the 2020 Dragon.
Eh.
Do you see the fretboard there?
I see the dragon. It still does nothing for me.
man,
Well, it doesn't do anything for me either, but do you realize it took them like 150 hours just to do the inlays on the
On
fretboard?
the fretboard. Yeah, I see.
Just don't care.
that's a sticker. That's a sticker, isn't it?
No,
That's
it's
actual
not.
X-ray.
It's
No,
not.
that's
It's all abalone and
It looks
like
like
ivory and just it's all shell.
Ridiculousness is what it is.
It's ridiculousness is what it is.
Isn't it?
And it literally took a graphic artist and then like 3 other artists to refine it because they had to figure out how to put that shit on the fretboard.
Over it 4.0.
There you
Okay,
go.
over it, but still, seriously, Way better than the Vi Yin Yang.
Oh my
way better than the EVH with the fake freaking pickup.
By the way, your boy Paul there fucked up on that top.
You don't like that top?
Matched very well.
Oh, the book match. It's like, come on, dude.
Book match is terrible on that top. Go fuck
terrible. Go fuck it.
Get Paul.
Dave's not a big Paul fan.
I am not a big Paul fan.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Wait a minute. We have breaking news right here on the Brian S. show.
Helix news.
Yeah.
What? Got stuff coming?
Helix news. Got stuff coming in the news. Oh, sweet, man.
Helix news coming up.
Helix.
Oh, hey, dude, what new amps are we getting? Are we getting any new pedals? Because I'm already wore out with the delay mass pedal selection. The amps are great. I need some pedals, dude.
Yeah, you know, the modulation stuff is really good. The delay stuff is really good.
No, I'm talking about overdrives. I need some drivers.
I don't give a fuck about.
I'm wore the fuck out with the EP boost. I'm wore the fuck out with the clone. I'm wore the fuck out with the 808. I need something else.
Dude, I usually don't even use the pedals. I just use the amps.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I have discovered less is more. Less is more. Yeah. But how about where is my LPD 87, motherfuckers?
Yeah, that's probably not going to show up on a Helix.
Probably not.
But thing is if you go in and you tweak, like, if you can go to the plexi, and you can tweak a plexi. You can go to the 2204 and you can tweak the 2204, and you can get it real close to an 87. I mean, that's the thing. You can get it super duper close.
Dave, have you tried out the Line 6 modified 2204? Yeah, that thing is sick, dude. That one don't need no pedal.
No, and see that's just it with me. You know, pick the amp, you know, and you go around and you start changing your cab, and you start changing even just changing the microphone on the cab, and the distance completely changes the sound of the entire cabinet.
Hack is like, oh, you kids with your ones and your zeros, I tell you what.
Your ones and your zeros.
You know what?
He's like, all your digital fucking bullshit. Just bring a damn tube in that shit. EL34, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, EL34. You know, give me. I want to try out that Line 6 pod thing, man. That's what I want to try.
My IR is an EL34.
Yeah. I'm just gonna punch in what I already use and hit the red button.
But I mean, you know, the beauty to me, much more than new amps and pedals, some functionality. Ooh,
there you go. Ooh. Functionality changes and additions.
So, Brian, do you have a video coming out on that, or are you just gonna fill it in on Monday?
Just jacking us off, or is there going to be a video?
Or a date? Is it going to be a month or 6 months?
It'll probably be summer.
We want a video because Anderson's feeding you to everything.
If you think about it, they showed 2.8 at Winter NAMM last year, and it was the end of May or June when 2.8 was released.
Yeah, and we got the Rev, Gen Red, and a couple other things, and then we got the next one, which was more or less fixes.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny because
what are we at 282? Are we at 282 now?
What's that?
282? Are we on 282 or 283?
281 or 282? I don't remember. I haven't even looked at it in a while.
Hack's like, I don't know what you freaking digital people are even talking about.
Realistically, if you look at
I got a couple of them in the shed.
Hardware wise,
you got a 1.0, you got a 2. You got a 2.82.
But if you look at it, hardware
figure out how to make his VCR stop blinking 12 o'clock.
Okay, awesome, Brian. Thanks, man. I'll be looking for that. So, but if you look at Helix, if you look at just Helix, Helix
did you see that? Look at that.
Yeah, I saw that.
2.9. That's a humongous jump.
Well, no, it's just the next iteration. They were 2.1, and the next one's going to be 2.9. So,
I'm getting JHS pedals and LPD pedals, and
I'll take the pedals, man. Send them over.
I'm getting a new Marshall SV Plexi, and no, that's not what I'm getting.
But no, if you look at the hardware specs in Helix floor, Helix LT, and Helix.
Oh, listen! Oh,
rack.
He's just teasing us. You know, Brian, you're a prick tease. That's what you are.
Now, if you're gonna tease us like that, then you need to go ahead and spill it. Spill
the beans, bro. Put your meat on the seat or your feet on the street.
As I've tried to say like 5 times, hardware wise, the Helix floor, LT, and rack are really close to end of life. Just because of the specs of the hardware that they used. I mean,
I just bought it. It can't be end of life. I just got it.
You're talking almost 8-year-old hardware at this point.
No.
Yes.
It's going to die like your Apple phone.
What they're doing is they're continuing to push the software, and they're continuing to use that software to continue to push the hardware, and they're going to try and squeeze every bit they can out of the existing hardware. So there's going to come a point where they're going to have to release a new.
Dude, it's like a computer. Look at
one or 2022, if I had to guess.
Look at Fractal and the other. What's the other one?
Axe Effect.
Neural.
No, Fractal and the other Kemper. I mean, they're going to have to. That shit's it's like a computer, man. They're going to have to come out.
Dude, I tried to play one of those Kempers before I got the Helix.
Quentin,
and look, I'm a computer programmer for a living, and I was like, this is the most complicated fucking thing I've ever seen.
Axe Effects just did their hardware last year for Axe Effects 3.
Okay.
So, did you guys see Guitar Pit?
And that's they're Fractal, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're Fractal.
Guitar Pit bought an amp and has his FR cab for sale and reverb.
Mm-hmm.
He got a Friedman amp. He's buying a real cab. He's going opposite of what everybody else is doing.
Dude, I got a buddy of mine got a BE.
Hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I mean, but for
here's what I know about Guitar Pit. He has an FX Effects, and he has one preset, and that's the only one he uses. He only has his tone, and that's it. That's all he uses it for. He's like, why am I wasting all this money and all this digital shit that I don't use?
If he's happy with that, then hey, more power to you, buddy.
Hey, but he's got a good tone.
For guys like me and like Brian and Quentin, where we want those different sounds, and you know,
I like having all the amps. That's what I like having.
See, that's me too. I like having more amps than I could possibly fit in this room.
I use like 4, but I like having 20.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could have 1 or I could have 40.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but that Friedman doesn't have a built-in tuner, does it?
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't. The Friedman doesn't, but the Helix does.
He's going to have to get a snark or something. That's extra.
You're going to have to buy a snark. So
another reason why I'm kind of interested in this
Stomp.
I'm in the Key of E. is if the line the line 6 pad is so that I can play direct.
That's what I was. I think you're. Yeah. That's what I was. That's kind of what I gathered, Brian.
In a cab, I can play straight in, so that would be another bonus of it, right? Because then I can get better tone than what I get now. Because the mic doesn't do justice. What I hear in the room never sounds as good as what I hear back on YouTube, right?
So Brian's saying we got 2 years until our Helixes are obsolete, and then we're gonna have to
next year or the year after. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, because that's kind of what I understood. I've been kind of keeping up with stuff, and yeah, that's kind of they're.
What about my power cab?
Power cab should be fine.
I'm already thinking about upgrading to the 2x12 instead of the 112.
There should be some updates for it too. Coming along.
Selling my $2,500 Helix to get a $450 I'd go.
Well, you know, Quentin, though, for you, if you did that and you sold those other two guitars, you could get like a brand new Les Paul or whatever you wanted with a Floyd. I mean,
I just threw up in his mouth a little.
that's not a horrible. I mean, that's not a horrible idea for you because you got two guitars you don't play a lot,
Yeah.
right? And you want a different guitar that you would probably play a lot. I mean, I don't see the problem. I would do that if I were you.
And Brian, the neural unit's not even available. I mean, it's really not even going to be ready until at least next year.
I just need
Do you guys follow Chad from Boston at all?
And by the time that's released,
Chad.
by the time that's released and all the software's worked out of it and working and everything, Helix or Line 6 is probably going to have a new version of Helix.
They'll already kill him by then.
Yeah.
You guys follow Chad Boston at all? The Helix guy?
Yeah.
Helix. He was not impressed with the neural at all. He was like, why?
No, he wasn't.
I just got to get Dad to prove himself my Helix.
Yeah.
He's not even looking up. He doesn't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to you, Hack.
Hack's busy. Hack's working on his triads.
I'm playing my scales.
He's playing his scales, man.
So what I'm doing, here's a really good exercise. The scale around the chord. Watch. Like this. There's the chord,
Right.
the scale.
Can I tell you guys some good news?
You're pregnant. Okay.
No.
Are you pregnant?
Neither is, and the good news is neither is my wife. You guessed it. Right off the bat.
Wow.
No, my channel hit 330 subs today.
How many?
330.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a big number for your kid. No, you know what it is? It's that PRS Dusty Waring.
I just rounded 300 tonight.
Sweet, dude. Nice.
Oh,
Hey,
look out.
we're both 1/3 from the magic getting paid number.
Alex Radford is live, by the way.
Who did? Oh, Alex is live. I've been seeing Alex in a bunch of pictures. He's hanging out with all the YouTubers, man.
Hey,
Hey, Mickey, what's up, dude?
Hey, Mickey.
Mickey, how are you? So
Thanks for joining in.
I'm back up to 1081 from 1079 about 2 hours ago.
There you go. There you go.
Ever since Quentin turned his camera off, I just went up too.
Okay. I think I've lost 47. I was closing in on 400, but now I'm back down to 330 now. I was at 377, but you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I like when Phil McKnight does a live stream. He's got more people on his live stream than all four of us got total.
I know.
Pretty much.
Phil has more guys paying him $25 a month than we have subs
Right.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
But you know what? He deserves it.
Oh, on the bright side, I have a new video. There's a new video releasing tomorrow. Should release it at about 5 p.m. you guys' time, Eastern time.
Channel up there just in case there's anybody on this watching. Not already said.
I did 4 videos today. Did y'all see those? One of them was.
Well, I saw the proper way to open a banana. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, the other 4 were. One of them was. I went to McDonald's and the chick in the drive-thru didn't know what to fucking think when I gave her a 20 and a quarter. Dude, I'm telling you, just watch it.
You
God, I got it on video. But
Hack, you really need to stop torturing these millennials that don't know how to do math.
Here, let me show you.
We're going to demonstrate. Right. So we're going to close the show out with a proper demonstration on how to open a banana.
Yeah. There you go. Just don't eat it on camera. Have him turn his camera off.
Now let me show you another little trick. Right there, see that? That's the food pod. You don't eat that.
Yeah.
So that you just take and just switch right in there.
Now don't eat it on camera, dude. You gotta mute your camera.
Whatever you do, don't look at anybody when you eat it.
No. Okay, that's the end of this show.
It.
We're out. We're out of here.
You're banned from YouTube.
Okay.
It's down to 400 subs now.
I know you can't do that on YouTube, so instead of getting the whole freaking stream just shut down, I'm just closing the whole thing down right now. So I appreciate y'all. He did it again. He has no shame.
Oh man,
0.
All I want to know is if anyone.
Everybody's gonna watch later. Sorry. We're sorry.
Apologize.
We just apologize in advance.
Wait, let me whip out my camcorder so I can reverse this and get it.
You don't even have any pants on. You shouldn't be whipping anything out.
Whipping out no pants, man. Not a good combination.
Whipping it out should not be in your lexicon.
That should not be in your lexicon, Quentin.
Oh,
Especially not right now.
it's 3:05. I need late night food, not Taco Bell, and sleep. So
Hey, you can do what I did and just grab a banana.
Eat a banana.
We'll show you.
bananas are overly ripe, and I can't do overly ripe bananas.
Oh, that one was perfect, man.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one there.
That one was like just perfect.
But you ate it in all like jungle mode.
Damn right. I'm a savage, dude.
Dave, that was like a PRS banana.
No, it wasn't. That was a Gibson banana.
That's the new 2021 custom shop artist model that's coming out next year at NAMM. The banana.
No, that was
Love you
a
guys.
Gibson banana. That was not a PRS banana.
Not a PRS.
PRS banana would have ended up in the trash because it's overripe, and I'd have paid too much for it.
49 cents for that banana you had to throw away.
Would have been like a $40 banana.
It's time to go to bed. Just shut the hell up, go to sleep. I love y'all.
See you
I love
guys.
you guys.
Y'all have a good
See you
night.
later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh dear Lord.
I hit in broadcast. I don't know what happened.